everybody. How are you? It's Lori. Jen will be along momentarily. She's just finishing up the slides. And of course, I put the greatest photo here of Sophia with her black eyes. This was such a cool shot. And I like the way it complements the glasses, her frames. I really love that. It looks so cool. Uh, yes. So, how is everyone doing tonight? I actually liked this episode a lot. I thought it was, oh, hi, I'm with Alice. Nice to see you tonight. Let me say hello to the chat first. Hello, Mike. Nice to see you. Who else is here? Kelly is here. Hi, Kelly. Corey's here. Hi, Corey. And and we will be giving away a talisman today. We're going to have a giveaway, and I'll show you what it looks like. Here it is. It's from Rabbit Tree Designs, and we actually have a coupon code if anyone wants to order it directly. I put it in the chat right here. But we will be giving one away. And shipping is to anywhere in the world, so you can be living anywhere and you're eligible to be in the giveaway. So that's what's happening tonight. And yes, so I really like this episode. I thought it was really interesting. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of it was a nice buildup for what the finale is going to be like. I especially like the last scene with Jade and Tabitha in the cave, and the monsters are right outside that tarp, and we're wondering, are they actually going to get in or not? So that's cool. I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Do you think the monsters are going to be coming in? Do you think that Jade and Tabitha will be able to go somewhere else, maybe, in the cave to get away from them? Do you think the bottle tree, will be pulled out in time for them to escape that way? And what about the rope that Sophia cut? The shirt rope. What's going to happen with that? Do you think it's going to fall down and break? And of course, a lot of people are nervous for Jade because Jade says to Tabitha, we see in the trailer, you have to think of your kids. You have to find a way out. It's almost like he's saying he wants to sacrifice himself, which I don't think anyone wants to see Jade sacrifice himself. We love Jade. We want him to be in the next season. So, but I find it hard to believe that they would actually kill Jade, especially now. I think, and also every time he's been killed by the townspeople. He hasn't been killed by the monsters. So this would be breaking the tradition. So that would be interesting to see. But I think Jade is fine. I think he's going to come out of this fine. But as far as Elgin, I mean, we saw what happened to Elgin in this episode. Oh, he's getting so much flack. People are saying, oh, Elgin is so stupid. Why did he show Sophia the photo? What's wrong with him? Why doesn't he learn from his experiences with the kimono lady, right? With the photographs and the Polaroid. What's wrong with him? Why doesn't Elgin learn from his mistakes? So that was interesting. I mean, he's not getting it. And Sophia says, well, that's me. And he's like, well, how is that possible? He's like totally out of it. He doesn't understand what's happening. He doesn't understand that she's going to put an end to him, right? So that's what it looks like what happened. It looks like she probably killed him, right? But who knows? Maybe she made him keep his mouth shut. But I have a feeling he's gone. And for all we know, he may actually shapeshift into her, into Elgin and become Elgin. So that would be weird. But Yeah, I mean, there were many aspects to this episode I really liked. The parts with Clara, um, that was very shocking that Clara knew the man in yellow. But, we have to wonder what actually happened there. Uh, Supposedly, she met him when she first arrived. I would have loved to have seen a flashback, though, because we're hearing it through exposition. We're not actually seeing a flashback. So it didn't hit as hard. I would have liked to have seen a flashback of her arriving in her car, and Man in Yellow just like steps out in front of the car and talks to her and says, "Look, you want to get out of here? I'll help you, but you got to do a favor for me." But we don't see that. Instead, she's talking about it. But what's interesting is that everyone is calling her a mole. Is she really a mole? She met him one time when she first got there. He said, "I'll help you leave, but I'm going to ask a favor at some point." That was the bargain that they made. When Sophia was speaking with her, Sophia was reminding her of their conversation. And Clara said, "You know, all this time I was wondering if that really happened. I thought maybe I imagined it." So she couldn't have been a mole because she wasn't reporting anything to anybody. She was nosy. I mean, she happened to walk in. She was always around every scene. Clara would just walk in the room, but she wasn't spying. She wasn't a mole until this episode. And when did that happen? It happened when she heard that only Tabitha and Jade were going to go into the cave. And she told Sophia. And Sophia got angry with her and said, "Why didn't you tell me sooner?" She said, "Well, I just found out." So that she didn't have to do, but she did. So in that episode, she became a mole. But before that, she was not a mole. I don't think she was a mole. She wasn't talking to the man in yellow. She wasn't purposely eavesdropping to report back anything. So I find that part interesting. But and it's also strange too. I'm sure people notice this. Oh, I think Jen is here. Yeah, she is here. Hold on. Hello, Jen.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Lori. Sorry I'm late. Thank you for your patience.
Oh,
hey,
of
everybody.
course. Hello. Yes, you are finishing up the slides and everything. So I told everybody that. And yeah, that's fine. No problem. Yeah, I was talking about Clara and the picture of Sophia. So what's interesting is there is this picture of Sophia, the real Sophia, wearing this blue dress.
Mm-hmm.
And then you realize how similar it is to Clara's
Correct.
dress. Clara's shirt. It's not exact, but it's very similar, which I
Yeah.
found very, very weird. But we'll talk about that later. Also, Ten Chen was buried in that dress. That was
Right.
her favorite dress.
Yep.
She was buried in Sophia's dress. So that's so it has really. I don't understand how Clara has a similar shirt, but we'll talk about that later. But guys, we're going to make this a shorter stream tonight. So it's almost 11 now. So probably we'll end around 1:30 at the latest. I just want to put that out there now.
Yeah, I'm going to click really quick through the slides and we'll get into it. But at the same time, there's a lot going on for both of us and we can't be up all that crazy. So thank you for your patience and being here. So, yep, it'll be a little shorter than usual, guys.
Yeah, well, we'll make up for it next time.
Oh, yeah.
Alice, I'm just noticing your icons here. Interesting. A red teardrop and looks like some wine or some alcohol or something. I'm not sure exactly. That's cool. Okay. All right, Jen, you ready?
I am ready.
Okay.
Okay. So
Hold on. Okay. Here we go.
all right. Episode 9, The Calm Before, opens up, which I have to give some kudos and applause to Tabitha because she finally we hear her telling Boyd about the man in yellow and what he said. So that's exactly where it opens up. It looks like she left the RV and went straight to Boyd. So I was really freaking happy about that. We still
Right.
see the car there. I think that's hilarious that the car is still there. And Boyd's like, "You mean to tell me that the man in yellow was like here and walking around?" He was like, "Yeah." And he told me that he killed Jim. That like right there where I was standing. And she was like, he's here. We're not safe anymore. And she's like freaking out. And Boyd's like, huh. And we know that Boyd's been on the fence, right? Back and forth between what he should do. And Katri kind of gave him like a little kick in the ass pep speech last episode. But he's still on the fence. Do I believe Boyd? Do I believe Jade? Do I not? Right. So he's like, you know, he's hearing Tabitha and he's like just shocked. He can't believe that the guy killed Jim. He's making all these connections, like, you know, and told Tabitha all this. And then Jade comes running in. And wait, one thing I want to mention in this episode and last, that toolbox is now opened.
Oh, yeah. Right. I didn't notice that before.
It's been closed up until last episode. It was open last episode and it's open in this episode. Or maybe it's just this episode. It's been a long, crazy week, so I kind of really don't remember. But I noticed that it was open here, and I'm pretty sure I was like, wait, I think it was open last episode. Anyway, Jade comes running, and he's like, Boyd, I know that you're not really down with my plan. You don't want to risk anybody, but you know what? I'll go down by myself. And kudos to him, because Kenny obviously got to him and made him realize. And then Tabitha's already saying, you know, something needs to be done. We're not safe anymore. And Boyd turns around. Oop, I think I have that out of order. Yeah, I do. Sorry about that, guys. And Boyd turns around and says, fine. We're going in. I want shovel. And Jade's like, what?
Shovels in the ground.
Yep. He tells them, I want shovels in the ground by tomorrow. And I love that. I love that Boyd finally got on the bandwagon. I love that Tabitha was actually, you know, came through and communicated. I like that both Tabitha and Jade took responsibility in different ways at this point, but we're going to see Tabitha kind of have the same kind of idea. But here Jade is like, you're right. I need to do something. I can't keep putting it off on everybody. And whatever Kenny said to him, what Kenny said to him got to him. And I love that he's taking that risk. He's not being the coward that we've seen him be.
Right.
So, but yeah. So here we see in the forest, we see a little dress and a backpack.
Honestly, I could have done without this scene. We already saw this in the first episode. We didn't need to see it again. Somebody, I don't know who I heard say this. They would have rather have seen the reverse of him turning into like watching Sophia turn or something. You know, not him.
Right.
Dog.
Right. Seeing the opposite because we've seen him do it twice now. It would have been the other way around.
Yes.
But
yes.
The one thing I did not get, I did get a close up. So in this shot, I went and I zoomed it in, and if you notice. Got the same, like, you know, varicose looking like black veins that Fatima and the Nkui kids have.
That's
so that
right.
was interesting. Definitely might be because of the blood.
Yes.
At least that's what I'm thinking, that it's because of the blood. So
did you notice how red his eyes are here?
Yes.
What is that?
I don't know. I did notice it. Oh, you can't see it in that picture. But yeah, he does his whole shape-shifting thing. But I just wanted you to notice, like, the veins all over his body, right?
Yeah.
So we see him shape-shift and suddenly like most of the veins are gone. And
yes.
There she is. The one that I could do without.
Right. Exactly.
She just comes mirandering over and she gets this evil, smirky looking face that we all hate and love at the same time. Love it because it makes us hate her. And she goes walking over to Elgin and Claire and she's like, hey, what you guys doing? what you up to? And he's like, you know, you didn't know? We're gathering as much rope as we can because they're going to pull down the tree and we need to make a ladder. We're going to stay up all night making a ladder. Right. Here, Elgin goes running his mouth, just telling her yet again the whole plan. And she's like, why? And Clara's like, oh, you know, blah, 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 blah. And she lists the people that are going to go down into the tunnels, right? She's like, Jade is going to go down probably with Kenny and some other people into the tunnels. And Sophia's like, really? And then she's like, oh, I think it might be dangerous or something. She says of that nature. Do you remember exactly what it is? I know she kind of puts on this face. She's like, oh, like she's concerned and like, you know, that they're doing something dangerous. So then Elgin tells her, you know, do you want to come help? And She's like, I would love to do that. Right? She gets all excited about it. And then Clara's like, all right, I'm gonna go off and do something else. I forget what Clara says she has to go do, but Sophia asks to tag along, and they start walking together. And she's like, Clara, right? Yeah, you're Sophia. All like nicey nice. And look at the evil face right here. Like, what
Yeah.
she's about to do. Like, she's plotting in her mind exactly what's going to
Yes.
happen next. She
Yes.
steps in front of her. So now so technically Sophia's facing Elgin, right? You can see that. So I was like, you're taking a big chance that he doesn't like just turn around in this moment, like to see this big
That's
reveal.
true. Yes.
Right?
Yes. Right.
And she's like, oh, do you know who I am? And, Clara's like, who? And she's like, what? And she's like looking around. She's like, why don't you take a closer look? And then we see the eyes.
Yep.
And Clara like bug out about the eyes turning all black. Right?
Yeah.
And Clara knows exactly who she is.
And that's why I realized that she likes that frame. Those frames go with her eyes. I was saying that before.
Yes, they do. And you just see like Claire's like, oh, and here's where we get the other big reveal. She's like, do you remember the bargain that we made? Right? And everybody's like, oh my God. So it kind of like really kind of gave this whole, she's not necessarily been a mole this whole time.
No.
But technically she was like lying in wait, like one of those
but she
like
said,
a sleeper agent.
She said, I thought I imagined it. I don't think she was thinking about it. I thought it was a dream or I imagined it. She wasn't thinking about this at all. I'm sure of that. Right. She was not thinking. She was just going along her business. She would always pop up somewhere, but she wasn't spying. She wasn't purposely, doing. But in this episode, she became a mole.
Absolutely.
When she let her know that it was only Jade and Tabitha that were going in the cave, she became a mole then.
Absolutely. Yes. So then we jump over to Christy, and she's like frantically looking for epinephrine in the cabinet, and she can't find it anywhere. Meryl like kind of hears her like scuffling through the medicine. She comes over. Christy tells her what she needs. But before she does, she's like, how's Fatima? And she's like, I don't know. She seems fine, even though like all of her, all of her vitals are like she's dead. She's like, I gave her a puzzle to do for like, and I told her it was a cognitive test. Like Meryl's completely like both a puzzle is a cognitive test. And Chrissy's like, oh, that's great. I'm looking for epinephrine. I can't find it.
They're trying to keep her busy, I think.
Right.
That's what it is. Right.
Right.
Because they don't know what's wrong with her. And they don't know what's wrong with her. And they don't want her asking questions. So they're just putting a puzzle in front of her. Okay, do the puzzle.
Right. Because so far, like of her vitals, but she's acting a certain way. So the next thing would be to test her cognitive ability. I think they're thinking like total zombie at this point.
Right.
Like brains and all that. But she tells Meryl she's looking for the epinephrine. Meryl finds it 1, 2, 3. Right. And she's like, oh. And you can just tell she is stressed.
Oh, yeah.
Christy is stressed out. She does not handle the pressure well. In my opinion, I think Meryl handles it much better. She's able to like really process it and compartmentalize it where Christy can't.
No.
But
Christy is a person of science.
Yes.
And everything about Fatima would prove would actually points to her being dead. Right.
Right.
And that's something that Christy can't figure it out. It's just too much for her. Marielle's more open. She's more spiritual, and she's able to say, well, maybe there's a reason this is happening. Right.
Exactly. Exactly. So, Christy tells Marielle to be really careful. And if her heart, why she's looking for that epinephrine is if just in case Fatima's heart, stops, she can use it like almost like an adrenaline shot to get. And she's like, Meryl's like, I've done these shots before. I know what I'm doing. But Christy's really anxious right now. She's really worried because she's going to go with Boyd. She doesn't know that yet, but she's not staying there right now. She's going to go check on other people. So right now, like she's freaking out because she doesn't know what to expect with Fatima, and she's leaving Meryl there alone. Right. So she kind of gives her this. They have this one little kiss goodbye. And I thought this was really sweet. It made me think that one of them is definitely dying. Definitely one of them is going. I will bet money one of them dies.
That was a kiss that was not really a kiss. It was like not even a peck. I don't know what I would call it. Their lips brushed for like half a second, and that was it. It wasn't like a real kiss. It wasn't like a real love kiss.
Yeah, it was
It
an
was more,
anxious rush. Like I got to go through with
yeah,
this, and I mean it. But right now I'm in a really busy. Like I'm busy.
right,
Right.
right.
Like that morning, like commute. Like everybody's trying to get out of the house. That like, okay, bye.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
So yeah, Christy literally goes running out the door, right? And then we jump to Clara and Sophia, right? Because this is where they were walking. Sophia takes her back to Sarah's house, which is where she's staying. And she comes in, she's like, Sarah, are you there? And Sarah's not there. She just doesn't see if Sarah's there. And she picks up this knife. First off, Xander said this in the Nerdy AF video,
Yeah,
and I completely agree.
why
Why
is
is
there a
there a
knife there?
knife? Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Why? So
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really
It
strange.
looks like
And
somebody was eating an apple. That's what it looks like.
right,
Yeah.
right. But still, why would you leave that just there like
I
that?
know.
Like I
I
know
know.
Sarah was like she was like, I'm gonna go help blah 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 or whatever, but like just to leave right there, whatever. I don't know. It was just weird.
It is weird.
And she kind of like tries to cleverly like hide it behind Clara, who's already like suspiciously going in there and just has a bad vibe because she already knows she's dealing with this like evil entity and she's scared. Right.
Right.
So look at that face. She's like, let's go up to my room. No, bitch.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
So they go up to the room, and of course, now Clara has no idea where Sophia's room is.
Let's go up to my room so we can play.
Right. And like Clara has no idea where the room is, but in order to conceal the knife, Sophia has to go behind her. And I thought that was just so awkward. I'm like, she has no idea where the fuck she's going. Like, why?
Yeah.
You have pockets. Just put it in your pocket.
Don't you think that Sophia Man in Yellow is like a child?
Yeah, she has immature, like Peter Pan like syndromes.
I think that it's a child. That's what I believe because he loves games. Oh, I love games. You like games? Let's play a game. I mean, it's like an evil child.
Yeah,
it's like the bad seed, the omen. You know, it's an evil child. That's what it is.
The fact that she has red hair makes me think like Chucky's child.
Yeah, Chucky, right?
Chucky's child.
Chucky, and just yeah. Oh, hey, Michael, how are you? Bonjour. Comment ça va? Ça va bien.
Ça va bien.
Let's have a sleepover, Clara. Nothing bad. That's exactly what it is. Let's have a sleepover. Let's play a game. You like games. I love games. And I'm playing many of those games. And then she talks about stories. This person is a kid, okay? Yeah. Man in Yellow is a man. Boy in White is a man. And Man in Yellow is a boy. That's what I think this is. But anyway.
Yep.
Okay.
So I didn't realize this, but I saw it and I just thought that's where she's hiding. The book bag was in this door, but Xander and Felicia think that this door, because it's kind of like dead center in the shot, they thought that this door, maybe Sarah was listening or somebody or something could be behind that door. And I thought that was kind of cool to think, but I did like the duality of seeing them in the mirror. To me, that was striking. And I really kind of it almost like there's two sides to her, two sides, the manual. So and also the
yes, is that a pelican?
I thought it was a crane.
Oh, a crane. Yes,
I thought it was a crane. And remember, we see that like clown-looking fish in Henry's hospital vision. It's like the same type of artwork where it's like this wood and this blue background. So I thought that was kind of nifty. I don't know what the connection is. I know crane, fish, they eat fish, blah blah blah. They swoop down into the water and pick it out.
Yeah,
so I don't know how that would be the connection yet.
Predators. They're predators.
They're predators.
And she's a predator.
I thought ibises were much smaller. They run around Florida all over the place, right? They're much smaller. This looks just more drawn out. So I could be wrong. I just thought it was a crane.
It's either a crane. Yeah, it could be a pelican
too small of a beak to be a pelican. I thought it's so narrow, like right there. It's so narrow, like a crane. I should have zoomed in. I did not.
That's okay.
And again, you see the two sides, and I just thought I really just loved the visuals.
Yes.
So
it's saying basically that they're two-faced, that there's two things going on, that Sophia is a mole in her own way, and so is Clara. That's what they're trying to say here, right.
And even when you go this way, you see the two sconces on the wall. You see the two
Yes.
windows. There was just, and you
Yes.
see now the two lampshades. One's
Yes.
on, one's off.
Yes.
For this window, even though there's light coming in, this one actually casts like a I don't know what you'd call that, a beam of light.
Uh-huh.
Right. So yeah, I just really,
The
really
contrast.
appreciated the contrast, yes, and
Yeah.
the duality of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is where she's saying she's playing two games, and um, that she owes her a favor. Remember, they made this bargain, and let's just look at her face. They just
Yeah.
did such a great job acting here. So yeah, Sophia cuts her hand with the knife, and Clara looks like she is so scared and doesn't know what the hell to do with herself. Looks like she made a puddle, right? Just terrified. She cuts her hand, and
Wait. She said, if you don't agree to go along with me, I'm going to do stuff and I'm going to hurt you real bad.
right.
Sophia threatens her, right?
And the way she talks to her, like she's all sweet, and then she's like, "If you don't give me your hand," like the way she switches into that,
Yes.
like the actress is doing a phenomenal job. I wish we
Yes.
saw more Doug, but she makes me hate her every second that she's on screen, and I love that.
Well, but only the last 2 episodes. Before that, I didn't find her to be that different. She was more anxious and, dropping hints about things. But these 2 episodes, she was evil. So
Oh yeah,
that's the difference. Yeah.
yeah. So obviously, Clara is shook and just terrified. So of course, she gives her a hand. She cuts it, and she takes her hand, and of course, all I could think about is "My blood is your blood."
Right.
I know she didn't say. I was almost waiting for her to say it. She doesn't say it,
Yes.
but she
Right.
starts doing a different type of kind of chanting, mumming, kind of humming, kind of a thing.
And she says, "Let me in."
He let me, and then because Clara's so tense, she says, "Let me in," and I feel like she relaxes herself, like she has to relax so the blood will flow. Because if she doesn't let the blood flow, it won't absorb. Because right now I think Sarah's being so tense that the blood wasn't able to really be absorbed by her.
And Sophia is like lusting. It's almost like this is like an orgasm for her. It's amazing.
Yeah. Look at her. That's exactly what I said. I said it almost looks orgasmic.
She's having an orgasm.
100%. That's exactly what I thought. Orgasmic. Right. So we kind of really don't know what that's going to do to Sophie. We don't know at this point what's going to happen. I know we've all seen it, but at this point, I'm sure minds were going. I was like, is she going to get lines like Fatima? Is she going to have visions like Henry? Is she going to get Warren?
Yes.
I was all the thoughts of everything that we've seen from past seasons or in this season, but in past episodes, just came flooding through. Or is this going to be something new? Right. And we're going to find out it's something kind of new, but seen again. Right. She's able to do what she did to Henry, but through somebody else.
Yeah, but you know what? Clara, we don't know the full effect of this. We just saw that one part. I'm sure there's going to be other things happening to her.
Yeah. So this also brought up the whole, obviously this has to have been done before, not maybe with Clara, but it made me think that this is why Abby also probably went crazy.
Yes.
I know before last episode, I was thinking had to be the man in yellow, not as Sophia, but came into town, guys under, shape-shifting into somebody else and had a conversation with Abby. Now I'm thinking, what if you made a bargain with somebody else and that person did exactly this and dropped blood into Abby's cup because Abby was probably more guarded. I'm like, that would be exactly what happened before.
Yes.
So,
yes, exactly.
Oh,
hey. Hello. Hi, Amy.
Hey, Alice. Hey, Ryan.
Hi, Ryan. Nice to see you guys. It's very interesting because now I'm thinking about, because at first I didn't think he was here in this past cycle. I thought he was only in the last cycle, but now I'm starting to think maybe he was Tilly, because I've seen a few people talk about that.
I don't think because Tilly wasn't dead before, and she makes that point at the end with Elgin. And
but how do we know? But how do we know that?
Stop. Right? Huh? We're gonna assume that the bus didn't stop from the.
But it might have. But we just don't know.
We just don't know.
But Tilly could have lived there. It's very possible.
It is possible, but then if for some reason Tilly did get on the bus at a normal bus stop, that would mean that the man in yellow then is not trapped, just like the boy in white was not trapped, because we saw the boy in white kind of guiding Tabitha when she got out at the end of season 2. And so,
But
well, we saw him guiding her, I guess, in season 3, I guess I should say.
yeah, but what about with the pastor? Right? She got a ride with the pastor,
All right, with the
Sophia.
pastor. Oh, yeah.
Sophia,
Right.
right?
So, but
Right.
that begs the question: was that really a down tree, or did Sophia just make that a down tree? Like, where was that? Was she still like
Right.
technically in Crum and just stretched the border a little bit, or did she actually come out into the real world? Because obviously that scene is completely different. We've never really seen like the road
Uh-huh.
go on that way, and
Right.
just everything's
Right.
the tree looks different. So we don't really kind of know, can the man in yellow
Right.
also leave? So
Hmm.
that's just, people don't know if he's trapped. We don't know if he can leave. I personally don't think it matters because I think he loves this world and what he created and playing these games.
Hmm.
And this is what it wants. I don't think it wants to get out. I think it
Right.
wants to continue the world that it's created as many cycles as it can do because this is entertainment for it. And that's all it lives for is this entertainment. And it
Hmm.
feeds off of that fear and the
Hmm.
suffering and the pain. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah.
But the point is, who else could he have be? Could he have been? I mean, it seems that I'm sure Clara is not the only one he made a bargain with. I'm sure of that. So you're wondering who else? Maybe Fatima. I'm thinking maybe Donna. I'm sure we're going to find out that there were deals made with a lot of people.
If the man in yellow possibly did do like something like this prior or
Mhm.
did some type of like shapeshift, the only thing I can possibly think of because it was unexpected would be Nikki. And Nikki, remember, gave Fatima so much shit about the bathroom when her teeth were
Yes.
falling out. And then
Yes.
Nikki got shot, which was unexpected by Acosta. That probably doesn't normally happen in every season, like in every cycle. Like that was just a random, not somebody that meant to shoot that person. So if that was kind of like a one off, and that might have been, remember when Fatima actually like put her fingers inside of Nikki's dead body and like ate her blood,
Yes.
that could have
Yes.
accelerated the pregnancy the way we're going to see in this episode. Drinking the blood accelerates the the growth of or the spreading of whatever those veins are
That's
inside of her
interesting.
body.
Oh yeah, that is interesting. And somebody just put in the chat. I just noticed. Independent thinker. Randall made a deal too. Now that's something else that we always wondered. Why
I
did the
agree.
monsters let him go?
100%
Why?
agree.
He must have made a deal with them, and we still don't know what that deal is. We hope Fatima will be okay. Well, it looks like she's turning into a monster. I have my own thoughts about what could possibly happen with her. I just think she's going to become a monster, and she may not be able to control how she feels anymore.
Right.
She may actually be a danger to our group when she turns.
That's interesting. I'll get to my theory when we get to more towards the
Mhm.
end.
Sure.
But that's interesting, yes, because there's so much about, is she going to become a monster? Is she going to become a golem? Is she going to become something else?
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, we'll talk
Yes.
about it a little bit more.
Yeah.
So after this
Hi,
whole
Shadow Skulk. Nice
Hey,
to see
Shadow
you.
Skull.
Nice to see you. What is Amy says? I know he hated Boyd enough. He could have made a deal. Absolutely. He was
Absolutely.
angry at Boyd. Very
Mhm.
angry for leaving him. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So after this episode, it jumps to the greenhouse, which I don't see Tilly's body in there, but that was the last place we saw her. Unless this
Yeah.
mound right here is Tilly. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we haven't really, who knows. But here, you have Jade, Kenny, and Boyd, right? Because they were all together in the bar when, or
Yeah.
in the service station, I should say, when they decided they were going to go ahead and go through with this plan. So now they're kind of like filling Donna in. And Donna has been playing, I shouldn't say playing, she's been like the opposition, right? The devil's advocate, almost like,
Right.
I want to say the voice of reason, but almost not necessarily the voice of reason, even though some of the times it has been almost like, are you fucking crazy? Like, I really do love Donna, but she's really, after her whole experience, she hasn't really been on board with things
Mm-hmm.
because she's been playing way more cautious. And instead of getting mad at like this place and everything that's going on, she's been getting mad at them for the decisions that they're making and them telling her almost after the fact or
Yeah.
like right before they're already about to do it and there's no stopping them because they've already set this in motion.
Yes.
But they are telling her because they've been hiding it from everybody else. She still has got the in, but it's still almost like too late and she's still the last to know. Maybe not the last in town, but the last of like the in main characters.
Oh, look, Doug's here. Hi, Doug.
Hey,
Nice
Doug.
to see you.
Amazing.
Hey.
Love you.
Love you. Yes. Yeah, we're so excited to have you back in the show. I hope you're in the last episode. That will be great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Dawn is very upset. And she says, you know, what makes you think this is going to work? If you pull that tree up, you're going to create a window.
Right.
And that could enable them to come in.
Exactly.
Oh no, we're going to put a talisman up with some plastic. And she said, well, you don't know if it's going to work down there. How do you know a talisman's going to work down there? Right.
Right. We've never field tested it before. I think she said something like that.
Field tested it.
Yeah,
right.
we've never field tested it before. And I was like, and Kenny's like, well, it's going to work because we're going to put the plastic up and it'll act like a wall. And Jade's like, it's got to work. The bones will protect us. Again, saying that line. And I'm like, how the fuck do you know that? I'm like, you're making a big exception on that as well. Just because you got put in the tomb and it can sit in Kuidi where the bones are and you woke up from a mushroom trip, you weren't really there. It was a mushroom trip. It was still in your head, even though
and that's what Donna said too. Donna said, you're going to listen to a mushroom trip, basically. Right.
And that's, I think, the second time she said that, not in this episode, but overall, she's like, you're really going to listen to a mushroom trip? And Christy also said that, right? Yeah. So a lot of people are like,
well, she said it here too in this scene. She did say it here.
Right.
Yes.
No, I know here. And then I know she said it before. And Christy said it. So it's been mentioned a few times. Boyd is not the only one that's kind of shaky on this idea. Just because of where it came from, right? The source.
I think they're just grasping at straws. They don't know what else to do, right? So they're praying that Jade is right.
Look at it on his face. She's like, I don't really believe y'all. Good luck. I'll be up here.
Yes.
I'll be up here where I know the talisman really work.
Yes.
And look at Boyd, like he's frustrated because he kind of wants her on board. He kind of needs that support. And Donna's not really giving it at all. And Kenny's like, maybe we should just cut our losses and move on. And then Christy comes. And Christy comes to see Boyd. This is why she was leaving Marielle alone, to tell Boyd about Fatima and what's going on with her symptoms. So she tells Boyd, and Boyd's like, what? He almost can't believe, like, he's like, what do you mean she should be dead? So it almost makes him feel yet again, right, when he thinks he won or at least got a win, right? Yes. It's now become a loss or, didn't gain him any ground.
Let me just say hi, Shadow Skulk. Yes, it's really great to see you too, Shadow Skulk. And Maze, hi Maze. I'm confident it will work. Blankets at the RV works and a car in the wall works. Yeah, that's for sure. You got a good point there, Maze. Okay. Yeah, this scene was hilarious because remember I said that there's a carousel horse as soon as you walk in the door at college. Yes. And I'm so glad that he pointed it out and said, what is this doing here?
Yeah. Who travels with a carnival, with a merry-go-round horse? I think he says something like that. He's like, who travels with that?
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
It was great.
Yep. And like, who travels with a grandfather? Like, there's certain things like who comes with that. But Patty Melt hears that, right? And time out. Why are you baking? Aren't they like scrounging for food? Like, where'd you get stuff to make? Where's the flour? Where did you? I understand where the eggs came from. We know where the eggs came from.
Yeah.
And I get. Where did you get? How did you make cookies? And then, not for nothing, why would you go near an oven? Because the minute you open it, your burnt face is going to start feeling like it's on fucking fire again.
And why doesn't she have a bandage on her face? I mean, first of all, I understand it's healing, but she should have a bandage on her face. I mean, and how are people looking at her? I mean, this woman comes over with a plate of cookies with a face that's all burned. It's not exactly appetizing.
All right, if you saw her walking with a plate of cookies and you saw her burnt face first, wouldn't you just? I know it's evil, and I'm sorry, guys. I would be like, your cookies are probably burnt. Get away from me.
Yeah. Yes. Or you know what? I think I'll pass on the cookies, but thank you. I would lose my appetite.
Would you be like worried that like some ooze or something?
Yeah,
like,
I would think maybe something from her face fell in the batter. I don't know. She doesn't have a bandage on her face. Put a bandage on your face.
I don't even know how you could go by the heat and not like,
Oh,
I don't, whatever.
no.
But she offers, he's like stuck on this carousel horse, right? And she offers him a cookie and she tells him, I was wondering the same thing too. Like, where did it come from? But I guess the stuff just happened to be here. It's whatever. But she sets down the cookies on the chair so that he can
But
have
she
one.
says something really strange before she does that.
Oh,
She said, well, I always bake because, you know, it helped in some ways. And Henry kind of looks at her like, oh, I guess she's implying that she had like an anxiety disorder or something and that the baking would like calm her down. But of course, now it's not helping.
no.
That's basically what she's saying. Yeah.
So
It's not
that's a good
helping her
point.
now.
I know that a lot of people do break. It helps them relax or
Yes.
cook. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Right.
That's a
Right.
really good point, Laura.
But
Sorry.
the fact that she brought it up is what I found interesting. Like, you know, she was trying to almost say to Henry, like, I understand you're upset, Henry. And when I'm upset, this is what I do. It helps me. Maybe something will help you. I think that's why she said it to him. She was trying to like bond with him and let him know that she understands where he's coming from.
Absolutely, especially after watching like his, you know, like belligerent, drunken outbursts. So I'm sure she's just
Yes.
trying to comfort him. Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
So she puts down the plate of cookies, right? And he goes to reach for one. And this was a great transition. As he goes to bite the cookie and staring at the carousel horse, he's not paying attention to what he's eating. It snaps into a French fry. And he's suddenly like in a cafeteria like setting in that hospital place. And I was looking at all the faces to see if we've ever seen any of them before. The way that Dr. Boyd, which is the female, looks so similar to the ballerina. Couldn't place anything. But they're there, and you know, Victor, you know, normal outside Victor is trying to calm Henry down because he's like, no, what? And he's kind of startled. Even though this is kind of what he wants, that's what we got. He's still startled because he doesn't understand how he gets here. And Victor tries to calm him down, tells him, oh, you know, I got you, it's your favorite, you know, burger and fries, and he even bought provolone cheese from home just the way you like it. And he's like, but I was just here. He's like, well, did you think about what the doctor said? He's like, I can't think about that. I can't think because what they're asking me to do. And he tells Victor, he's like, you're the anchor.
Yeah.
Right? You're the anchor. He's like, and I can't do it. I won't do it. And here is the part that I got so mad at. Victor's like, but it's not real. I'm not really real there. And I'm like, don't fucking give him the ammunition to kill. Oh, man. Obviously, this is
but that was the whole point of it.
Right. Absolutely.
He was saying, but let's look at it from a practical point of view. Okay. First of all, you want a cookie. That's funny. We all know. That's right. If this was real, let's say it was, okay, he would be saying, look, I'm here. I'm your real son, okay? What you're dreaming about, this delusion that you have about me being this unfortunate, traumatized child that grew up there. And he also said Dr. Boyd. He called the doctor Dr. Boyd. And of course, Henry got suspicious right away. He goes, what do you mean, Dr. Boyd? He says, oh, that's the sheriff in your dream. You're always talking about, you know, Boyd, Donna, Ethan. And of course, Henry right away freaks out. He's like, oh, how do you know all this? I hear you saying these names. Now, of course, it's very suspicious and nefarious. We know Absolutely. That. But if you want to play devil's advocate for a minute, and I'm just putting it out there. Let's say there was some reality here, okay?
Right.
And Victor is visiting his delusional father, who is going in and out of having delusional episodes. And he's saying, look, Dad, I'm the real son. I'm here. This other son is not real. And you're talking about all these people that are not real, okay? You're in like another world from where I am.
Right.
And I really want you to get better. We all love you. We miss you. But that means you have to leave the other world and you have to eliminate the anchor. So Henry is saying, but you're the anchor. I can't do that to you. And he says, but it's not real. And then Henry says, well, how would I do it anyway? And he says, the answer will come to you at the right time. So if we look at this as a real thing, okay?
Right.
If a person is going through something traumatic in their lives, and they're going through some kind of delusional episodes, hallucinations, like Boyd, for instance, he's having hallucinations of seeing Abby. Okay.
Right.
So Henry is having a delusion of, supposedly related to the acid trip he took and all that.
Right.
How should I say it? When Victor said to him, the answer will come to you, that's very psychological. That's very Jungian. That's like your subconscious will give you the answer when the time comes. Let's say somebody goes to therapy because they're grieving, okay? And the therapist is helping them with their grief. And they're having terrible PTSD and flashbacks from a traumatic experience. And the therapist is working with them on letting go of that trauma, okay?
Right.
Letting it go. That doesn't mean you forget it, but it gets to a point where it doesn't affect you the way it affects you right now. And the answer comes to you while you're letting go of this trauma. It's part of a psychological therapy. And I'm only saying this because if I look at it from that perspective, it could make some sense. Okay.
Right.
But this is and we're looking at it from a different lens. It is about perception. But if this was a therapy session, if this was therapy, and somebody is traumatized by something, they have to learn to let it go. Let go of the anchor that's keeping you trapped in a trauma that happened to you 20 years ago. Just an example.
Oh, yeah.
So I just find it very interesting. Yes, I find it interesting. Yes.
I think it's not only interesting, I think it makes sense. It's logical.
It's logical. You have something that's keeping you 20 years ago in the past. You have to let go of the anchor. What is the anchor that's keeping you there?
Right.
And you have to let it go, and you have to move on from it, and you have to face the trauma. Or, there's different therapies for that. There's somatic therapy, there's EMDR, there's all kinds of therapies about letting go of the actual traumatic event so that you can remember it. I mean, you're not going to ever forget it, but it's not going to affect you the way it had been physically. You're not going to have anxiety attacks. You're not going to have agoraphobia. You're not going to have depression.
Right.
You'll come to terms with it. So he's telling his father, you have to let go of this imaginary world that you're living in and eliminate the anchor, because this is where you belong. You belong with us. So
and that's what he wants. He wants to belong somewhere, and where better else than with your family, the one that you've been missing for 40 years.
Exactly. This is what he wants.
Right.
So then you say, okay, which is the delusion? Or are they both delusions?
Right.
Are both realities delusions? Now, let's go back into something that Julie says actually later in the episode. She tells Tabitha, this is BS. There is no man in yellow. This is all being put in our heads. Don't you see that? They're lying to us. This is not real. So she's saying the exact same thing to Tabitha, right? That this Victor is saying to Henry.
Exactly.
So then you have to say, well, which is the real reality here?
Right.
You're in a town where nothing makes sense. Electricity, nothing works. You have monsters coming out at night. Sophia said that to Henry. None of this makes sense. Did you ever think this is a dream? I mean, what is the real reality? That's the bottom line. And again, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm being, I'm talking about this in a very esoteric, spiritual way. But there are other ways of looking at this. There are many ways of looking at this. But
I just
wanted to say my piece on that. But anyway, let's go on.
Oh, okay. Excuse me for one moment. Hold on. All right. So for this scene, actually, Lori, I'm going to skip ahead. Give me one moment. I have to mute myself. My mom is calling. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Oh, okay. I'll talk in the meantime. Okay. Let me just look at the chat for a second. Okay. So May says, I understand the writing, but in his coma, he spent 40 years sitting at home. That's a long time accepting Victor was long dead to be an anchor, but it's okay. I'll suspend for the story. Yeah, I mean, right. For 40 years, he was home alone, wondering where his family was. Um, he finds Victor in this other world, this from world. And now he finds another Victor who's, visiting him in this care home. And for Henry, it's like, well, what's real here? Right? That's why he was so interested in that horse and that carousel horse. What is this doing here? How is this possible? Who drives around with a carousel horse in your car? Nobody. How could it end up here? And if you notice, a lot of the furniture, a lot of the things in Colony House, they don't make sense. A grandfather clock, like Jen had said, what is that doing there? You have to wonder. There's a barber shop pole outside. You have to wonder, why are these things there? Who actually put these things there? Is this something that people, wanted to have? They manifested it? Because, we also think that from is a realm where you can manifest things. Maybe somebody manifested that carousel horse because it brought up a memory from their childhood. Maybe somebody, was a barber, somebody who was a barber who happened to, drive in this place, wanted a barbershop pole. I mean, who knows? But things are being manifested here. Now, compare it to this situation where Henry is in a care home with his son, and there are other people around, and it looks like an average, normal room. There's chairs, there's plants, there's curtains on the windows. Compare this to From, where nothing makes sense there. And I just find it really interesting. So here we are thinking From is the real world, and this is a delusion. But it might be the opposite. This could be the real world, and From is the delusion. Or both realities are true, which I tend to lean more towards that. Two realities simultaneously going on at the same time. Two different realities. One reality might be about the stuff that you have to deal with in your own head, whether it's grief or trauma, whatever you're working out. Maybe From is the place where you work out your traumas, where you work out your grief. Everybody in this town is there's nobody happy in this town. Nobody. Everybody's pretty depressed and sad. They're stuck. They can't get out of there. And think about life, how we get stuck and we don't know how to get out of where we are. We fell into a hole and we don't know how to get out of it. Isn't that what From is? A place that we just can't get out of? We don't know how to get out of it. We're stuck. We're grieving. We're traumatized. We had a child die. Our parents were murdered. All kinds of stuff happened. So maybe that is not the real world. And maybe where Henry is in this care home is the real world. So I'm just putting it out there. I know a lot of people wouldn't see it this way, and that's okay. But I think it's important to analyze this show in a psychological way, as well as the folklore, the mythology, all of it. There's a lot going on here. But I really like the storyline between Victor and his father. I really do. And okay, Jen is back. So yes. Okay, let me just see what other comments, because I've been talking like up a storm here. 1 second. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Your ferret hurt herself?
Oh, I'm sorry, Shadow Skulk.
Yeah, okay. I hope he feels better. Okay.
Good luck.
Yes, good luck.
Positive vibes.
Yes, yum cookies. Yes, the
Yummy
cookies look very yummy. Oh, Mike. Thank you, Mike. I have a super chat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you think everyone in From faces the quest? That's a really good question, Mike. I don't
Mm,
know. I think some of them are just along for the ride, right? I think, the quest is Ethan. The quest is Tabitha and Jade and I guess maybe even Victor, right?
it,
I don't think everyone's in the quest.
even if you go back to the original town, and maybe the reason why that magic number is 47, and that's why that was important in the beginning of this season.
Hmm.
Again, there might have been 47 people in the town that kind of all had to go along with the ride, but I think there's still that main set of roles,
Hmm.
right? Think of it almost like a hierarchy of roles that needed to really do the quest, and that kind of wind up just bringing everybody in the town that was involved, because as you see, when it came to the radio tower, even now with the ladder, not everybody might be there, but everybody kind of chips in. They kind of know
Hmm.
what's going on, and even if they didn't communicate that much in other cycles, people still kind of spread word of mouth secrets. Like, people still knew what was up, even if they weren't like all communicating like that, and it might have
Right.
been like a game of telephone, but they still were kind of like, I don't know, aware enough to go freaking kill Jade and to make Tabitha's ending even worse, like in every
Hmm.
cycle. So they
Right.
had to know something. So I
Right.
think that's really like where the difference is between the 47 and then the main people that are on the quest.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's right. Uh, Amy says, I think it's a different dimension and
Oh
parts of
yes.
reality anchored to. Absolutely. Yes, I agree with that. Because whatever is real is anchoring them to the
Now,
place.
speaking of that, just I know
Yeah.
you're going to be in the chat, so I'm just going
Yeah.
to go to the next thing. So if you look at this picture, right, there are two things that pop to me.
Okay.
Really three, but I didn't think anything really came of it. For one, the one that didn't nothing came of was this woman here and what was here.
Yes.
And
Yes.
again, eating cookies, didn't think anything of it. Kind of had a little resemblance to Tilly, but definitely not a Tilly lookalike at all. But
Right.
just,
No.
But the second thing, I guess, would be this nurse, but the TV, it's on the TV. That is the same exact image
Oh
that we see with the man
yeah.
in yellow when he starts
Yes.
shape shifting in the beginning, and that's that whole duality between the light and the face still even look
Yes.
upside down. So I zoomed
Right.
in so you can see it. I thought they were upside
Yes.
down, maybe they're not, but it still looks like what we saw in the trailer.
Yeah.
And the yellow light, it's just so bright in the way it looks on the TV. And it
Yes.
was stuck on that for a while. The
Mm-hmm.
second was this billboard here to see what was there. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
really, I was so busy. I was able to clip it, but it couldn't really see anything on there. I mean, a book club. I really wasn't able to really read exactly what all of this is. I can do a better deep dive. I'm so sorry. It's been such a crazy week. But I definitely want to bring attention to this, especially if anybody in the chat, if you've seen it, if you haven't, definitely go and take a look at it. I will post it in the Discord and let me know if you can even find it. I'll even throw in the timestamp so you can go look at it and let me know if you see anything interesting written or posted on here. We've seen the what's it called? Oh my God, Rendezvous, the Rendezvous calendar. And just recently we've seen like on Christie's jumper that 3J's
Mm-hmm.
plumbing, right? The real places that really did exactly exist in our world.
That's right.
So
Right.
I thought this would be interesting to take a deeper dive into, and
Mm-hmm.
I meant to, but didn't have the time. So I apologize. But if anybody would go in, I'll throw it, like I said, in the Discord. Let us know what you find. I think it might, they've always left something and everything has purpose. Let
Yes.
me know what you
Yes.
find.
Maybe we can blow it up and sharpen it and take a closer look at it. Yeah, I
Exactly.
agree.
But I did love that there's crayons there. Made me think of
Yes.
Victor.
Oh, actually, those are pens. I don't think they're
Oh,
crayons.
are they pens? It's just the
Yeah,
different
the
colors, I
pens.
guess. I
Yeah,
assume they
yeah,
were crayons because there's so many
yeah.
colors. And I was like, I thought of Victor right away.
I know. Let me just go over the chat for a bit. Thank you, Ryan. Yes, guys, please subscribe to the video. Right now, we have 19 people here and we only have 10 likes. So please, everybody, like the video. And yes, and let's see. Thank you, Ryan. Okay. The boy in white and man in yellow are the twins in the paintings. Wow. That's possible. It's very possible. I have a very similar theory, or my theory sort of binds with yours. Oh, really, Ryan? Oh,
Very
that's
cool,
nice to
Ryan.
hear. Yes. I'd love to hear more about that, Ryan. Are you in my Discord? If you are, send me a chat about it. I'd love to hear, what you think. If you're not, I can put the link to my Discord in the chat here, so you can sign up. Okay, that would be great. Okay.
All right.
Maze says, interesting. The ancient Greek word for psyche means soul and butterflies. And there are butterflies right there on the board.
And there were also butterflies on the window.
Yes. Yes.
And the butterflies look like they're leaving, or I don't know if you want to say that they're going from like in Oriental writing when you go from right to left, or maybe you want to look at it like it's coming from Henry Victor and the butterflies are going that way. But again, thought it was quite interesting. So definitely take a look in Maze. That's a really good find. I had no idea about that. That's amazing.
Yeah, that is. Psyche is the goddess of souls in ancient Greek. That is amazing. Wow.
Amazing. Thank you for letting us know. I feel like I've read that somewhere, but in never seeing that again in 20 years, that was a really great, I would never have been able to remember that. So thank you for reminding me from when I learned that, probably whatever. I did study that when I was like 20, 21, 22. I was like kind of really into it and studying it in like school and college and stuff. And now I'm 45 and I barely remember all this stuff I spent hours in studying on. It's crazy. You get older. I swear I would never forget it. Fucking forgot it.
And then she said, butterflies are like crows in folklore. They help the souls on their path to the divine. Wow. Yeah. Fromville denies this natural occurrence.
So if you know anything about Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead, one of the things that they believe in is that the monarch butterfly does exactly that. And the monarch butterfly, if you know about the way it migrates, where it migrates to and where it comes, it kind of reaches from where it's going right around the Dia de los Muertos, and that's supposed to help bring those souls through and carry them through. So absolutely, all the way back to the Aztecs, and even the Mayans believe that as well.
Well, that's amazing. And I have a personal story, just a quick story I can tell you about this. I had this big moth, but it was a beautiful moth that flew in my apartment. I don't know how he got in. And I was in my bedroom. I wasn't even near the doorway, and where the living room is. And all of a sudden, this moth just flies right into the room and lands on my hand. And I'm like, what the hell is this thing here? My cat died 2 days later, and I didn't know the cat was sick. And it freaks me out. No, it freaked me out that this butterfly or moth came. It was almost like a warning or an omen to let me know something was happening. I mean, I didn't know. I was shocked. I'm like, what is this thing doing on my arm? It was really, but I just thought of it now that it was like, it was a sign, and it was a way of saying, okay, your baby's going to be leaving, and, we're here to help, kind of thing, And it didn't want to leave. I tried to get, the moth would purposely, it went all the way up on the top of my curtains. It would not leave. It stayed there for, I don't know, for like a day or two. It just stayed there.
Wow.
It was weird. And then it finally left. But it was like overnight it stayed. Yeah. Very bizarre. But anyway. Okay. Let's see what. Yes, Lori, I'm in your Discord. I'll message you. Oh, okay, good. Great. Thank you. I want to hear what you have to say. Hello, everyone. Yes, hi, Jessica Pruitt from Nashville. Butterflies are a metamorphosis. Yes, they are, because they start as caterpillars and they morph into butterflies. Psyche and Eros is one of the best stories. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Thank you. Michael Merkin. If anyone has seen the horror movie Heretic.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yes.
At the end. Yes. Good. Yes. Wow. Thank you. Yes. That's awesome. You reminded me of that. I almost forgot. You're right. 100%.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
A moth landed on my hand this morning. Really? Wow. What happened, Amy? That's cool. Were you outside? Oh, she let it outside. Okay, good.
Oh, not to skip all the way down, but I just clicked to see all the way down. And Dougie Hughes says he's got, speaking of moths, that reminds him of an epic joke.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. One
please be
second.
typing away.
You are the major heat source in the room. What? Oh, you mean for the moth?
Hmm.
Uh, but I was all the way. I was far from the door. I don't know. I guess.
No,
So will
I
that?
think you might be saying that to Amy because it landed on her arm.
Oh, oh, because she was out. Okay, yeah, maybe.
Yep.
Yes, yes. Okay, okay. I'm losing a lot because we're far back. 'Twas a psychopomp sent to guide the soul to the afterlife.
That was
Yeah.
great.
Thank you. I'm with Alice. Thank you. Yeah, it was sad. I mean, I didn't know she was sick. It just, and it happened like 2 or 3 days later. It was horrible. I thought it was a fly and almost swatted. That's exactly what I thought. Because all of a sudden something landed on me, and I went and I actually did like push it away. I was like, "What is this here? What is this doing in my apartment? How did this big moth get in here?" It was so weird. Yes. Okay, Doug, what's your story? Speaking of moths, that reminds me of an epic joke. Okay, so let's hear the joke. Okay, we're waiting on Doug's joke. Okay.
I love Norm Macdonald.
Oh, yes, I do too.
I love him.
Norm Macdonald told this joke years ago on Letterman, I believe. Okay. Moths in Australia have passports and driver's licenses. They are that big.
Oh my God. That's
Wow.
crazy.
Wow. Yeah, there are some really big moths.
It's
Okay.
like
All right.
it's
So,
like
Doug, we're waiting
flying
for your.
cockroaches down in South America and in the Caribbean. They're huge. I'm like,
They
oh my
are?
God. Yeah, they're
Really?
huge.
Oh,
They're like this. I'm like, you can keep the apartment.
oh.
You keep the hotel room.
Are
I'm
they
good.
like are they like water bugs?
Yeah, they're
Yeah, they're
like
water
water
bugs.
bugs. They look like they're
Yeah.
like flying cockroaches, but they're huge
Oh, wow.
and they
Oh,
fly. Uh, They're oh my gosh, they're so scary. Like I've never been more scared of an insect, and I'm usually not scared. Like I go camping, that it bugs me out when I go to Puerto Rico, and it bugged me out when I was down in Mexico. Bugged me out.
I was in Puerto Rico. I don't remember seeing them, but
You're lucky.
I did like the coqui frog. That was so
Yes.
cute.
Cookie.
Coqui. But I did not see the giant flying roaches. No, thank God. Um, okay. Okay. So, here's Doug's. Yeah. This moth flies into a doctor's office and plunks itself down on a seat across from the doc. The doc says, "Can I help you?" Okay.
Scroll way down.
Let me just address this. We're going to talk about the finale trailer at the end, just to let you know. Okay. Doug. Okay. The moth says, "Oh, Doc, my life's a mess. I just discovered that my wife's been having an affair for years and I'm devastated." Ooh. Okay. Okay. Poor moth.
I'm devastated. My wife's been cheating.
Also, I've been having lots of problems at work. I just don't feel motivated anymore. I sit at my desk staring into space for hours. That could apply to so many things, so many people.
So many people.
Not just a moth. That's funny. Okay. Hmm. I've actually gotten so depressed lately that I'm seriously doing myself in. Oh,
Wow. Oh.
Doug, is this a joke?
No, yeah, this is all part of the joke.
Oh, no problem, Jessica. Sure, that's fine. We just wait
Yes.
for the end because some
Yes.
people they don't want to be spoiled.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
Um,
actually play the trailer. We have it
yeah,
put at the
yeah,
end of the slideshow.
yes. Okay, yeah, okay, Doug. So what's next?
So yeah, so Henry slams his hands and tell Victor no, as because Victor's like pushing about like that he's not real, and Victor doesn't want to obviously like kill him or unalive him, I should say, and he winds up slapping down the tray of cookies and he snaps out of it. Oh, Doug's back on.
The doctor interrupts at this point and says, "Listen, I'm sorry to hear this, but I'm not a shrink. I'm a dermatologist. Oh my God. It's so weird.
That's hilarious because it landed on him like it lands on skin. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. That is so funny. That's cute though. Yeah, we can relate to that.
Why did you come to my office? The doctor says.
The light was on.
The light was on. The moth says the light was on, like a moth to a flame. That's
Oh,
funny. I
yeah,
love it.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
That's cute. I like that. What's
I
true
like
though?
it.
Yeah, wherever there's a light, they fly there. All insects fly towards the light, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
that's
why
very
those bug
cute.
zappers are so good.
Yeah, yeah. Cool, Doug. Thank you for the joke. I liked it.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Doug. Mwah. Appreciate you. All right.
Okay.
So Henry then sees Victor from Victor, like our Victor. And he's like, Dad, are you okay? And he doesn't really know how to respond. He's like, I just got to leave. And he up and leaves. And Victor's like, something's wrong. He, like, look at his face. Like, he's just in shock yet again.
Yeah.
Like, his
Yeah.
father doesn't cease to amaze him.
Yes.
And not in a good way, obviously. But he definitely knows at this point that something is wrong.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, hey, Samuel.
Oh, Samuel's here. Hey, nice to see you, Samuel. Yes. The moth bit. Yeah.
And wait, and Doug says, and on that cherry note,
Oh, Doug, it's early.
dream sweet.
It's not even midnight.
Thank you for coming. I love you. You're the best.
Yes, thanks for coming, Doug. We all love you, and I have to tell you, Doug, it was episode 8, the ending. I love that. I love seeing you back as Man in Yellow. It was great, and you were so funny in that scene, and scary at the same time. Your acting was great. I mean, superb. So you're not old. You're as young as you feel, or as old as you feel. Anyway, have a great night, Doug. We'll see you soon. Take care. Okay. So, yes. Victor is, oh, Dieter's here. Hi, Dieter. Nice to see you, Dieter. You love that scene. Yeah, it was amazing. I wonder, what was it like meeting, the actress name, what's her name again? Catalina? Catalina? Is that her name?
Yeah, the Tabitha?
Yeah, Catalina, right?
Catalina.
Yeah, I was just wondering what she was like. Yeah. Okay. Collecting Jim's tooth was hilarious. Yes, it was. Yes, definitely. They gave me the best stuff to do. They did. It was a great scene. It was excellent. I mean, I that was my favorite scene of yours so far. The scene with Jim I like too, but I really like that scene with Tabitha. Yeah. Talisman. Yes, thank you, Dieter. Please like the stream. We have 15 likes. Come, guys.
Doug answered you about Catalina.
Oh. It was lovely. I was a little concerned given what we had to do in the scene together, but she was totally okay with it. Oh, yeah. I mean, I could imagine, yeah. Well, I think you told me that you were talking about Jim, that he wanted you to be rough with him. You were afraid you were going to hurt him, and he wanted you to be rougher, right? Because it helps the moment. It helps the acting in the moment. So, yeah, definitely.
What MG McGurkin said is hilarious.
Yeah, it's a very sadomasochistic romance.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, it's what it looked like to me. It was like some bondage going on, the way he was strangling her, right?
Yes, definitely.
More chemistry between them than Jade and Tabitha. funny.
Even more than like Jim and Tabitha at this point.
Exactly. Yes. Going from holding her by the neck to softly kissing her hand and also caressing her face too.
I loved it.
Oh, it was great. Harder. Yes. Choke me harder, please. It's funny.
Okay.
Here, Doug. That's not quite accurate. When you do fight scenes, it's all very carefully choreographed. But in the heat of the moment, sometimes it gets a bit intense. Yeah. Oh, no, I know it was choreographed. But I think you mentioned that something, I don't remember what it was, that the actor who played Jim, he really wanted, I don't know, extra force or something. I'm not sure exactly what it was now. Okay. I friggin' love this show. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we all do.
We all do. We're all fromaholics.
Yes. Why cut the tree down? It's the hope of the kids. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't think they're looking at it that way. Look, Boyd is a very practical guy. Boyd's I don't think he believes half of this stuff. He's just let's just do what we have to do and get the hell out of here. But I don't think he understands what's going to happen because of it. But okay.
All right, let's go on.
Okay.
So the next scene, we have Christy and Boyd going into, and again, that open toolbox, going into the sheriff's office. And why am I drawing a blank here on their conversation? Because it was important, of course. He's telling Christy that she needs to come with him to the bottle tree. And I think there's something else I'm missing too. Right?
He said Mariel will stay behind with Fatima.
Right.
And he wants her to come in case there's some casualties or something happens.
Right.
From who needs medical attention. And she's I guess she wants to know what the plans are. I think.
Right.
He's asking what the plans are, and he doesn't know. He just doesn't know.
Right, because now she's concerned with people getting in and out, and he's just really stressed out as well, right? Because she's questioning him all over again. Mm-hmm. And he's kind of done with the questions because he doesn't want to be convinced otherwise. He already is shaky on the deal to begin with.
That's right.
And he kind of has to let her know, listen, this is how we got.
Oh, right. She asked if she should talk to Ellis. He says, "Don't talk to Ellis. Don't talk to Ellis."
Right.
Ellis cannot be.
Jessica.
Ellis cannot be put upon. He must be kept innocent and no responsibilities and no worries, right?
Ellis, aka useless.
Yes.
Yeah, he's no.
No. Oh, yeah. No, don't you tell Ellis. No.
Right.
No.
So after that scene, it jumps to the bad wig over here. I mean, it jumps to Julie and Ethan and Tabitha.
Ellis will say, "Where's Kenny?" Exactly.
He'll automatically just volunteer him up to do shit.
Kenny, please go visit Fatima. Make sure she's not. Tell me if she's a monster or she's human. Tell me what's going on.
Kenny should be like, "Bro, that's your wife, not mine. I'm trying to get with the other bad haircut girl over there." So that's crazy. So here, listen, I was so proud of Tabitha. I'm not saying I didn't get frustrated with her this episode, but I was just proud of her. She's done more in this episode than she's done all season, right? She's starting to, we saw her starting to kind of get on the bandwagon, and I was losing my own hope in her and what she had to do because she just kind of kept being so defiant. Right?
Yes.
So here we see her talking about it, and who's the one that loses their shit? It's always one of the Matthews always have to freaking lose their shit. And so it's Julie, right? She's still bitter and sour. She needs to go smoke some more weed or something because she is just bratty teenager, just nasty, can't say anything to her. And she throws this whole hissy fit about how none of this is real and this place is just getting to you guys. And Tabitha doesn't really know how to respond. And Julie's like, why would you believe this? And if you really think that you've been here time. And she winds up telling Tabitha the worst moment complete bright. She's like, well, I saw the man in yellow once too, and he was eating dead people in the middle of the road. And Tabitha's like, what? Like, what? She
And
gets
then
up,
that was it.
and that was it. She gets up, storms off to grab the talisman off the door, come back, and she's like this. Do you know what this is? Did you make this? Do you know where this came from? And that made me think, because there's a theory that's out there, right? That Julie might have been the one that put all, like, story walks and puts all of the talisman there, like, for Boyd to find. There's that theory that's out there, or that she, her and Randall possibly did it together, because we see him carving earlier on in an earlier season. So it's possible that, like, they did the combo of making it to begin with, kind of like the bracelet thing. So I really like that theory, and it made me feel like, because she's the one asking the question, I know Jim did in the very, very beginning when they were writing all on his vision board before the first house collapsed, the blue house. But here I really like that you see a little of Jim in her when she gets her little feisty little attitude. And she asked that. And even though she was being like nasty, and I love that she asked this, it actually is what catapulted Tabitha to remembering, like, look at the freaking thing. There's two people. It's got to be us. And of course, I'm so happy Tabitha actually takes accountability and responsibility, doesn't deny it, doesn't go, no, I can't. She's like, so we'll see that in a later episode. But again, thank God that, you know, for once you could be like, oh, thank God there was a bratty little bitchy teen around, because that's what gave me the idea. So obviously it worked out in favor. But yeah, I really love that Julie asked the question about those talisman, and Tabitha like takes a look at it, right? Julie's just freaking out. She's like, Mom, this isn't real. This place isn't real. Almost mimicking what Victor was telling Henry.
Yes, that's what we talked about, right?
And that's what you had mentioned. So then we jump to
Robert,
our little mole.
Hello, Robert. Hello, hey, Robert. Nice to see you. Let me just look at Jessica, what she wrote here. At least Kenny asked Fatima how she felt, while Ellis assumed he knew how she felt.
That's true.
I'm so glad Fatima called him out. Yeah, that was a great scene.
100%.
You know, I was glad that she actually let him know, you really don't know how I feel. You really don't know what I went through.
Right.
I love that. And yes, Kenny asked her, what did it feel like? What do you feel?
Mm-hmm.
Kenny's more sensitive. Ellis is in denial of so many things. So here is Clara, the mole, coming. And this, I mean, I'm sorry. Look, I know she's afraid of this man in yellow. I get it. But come on. I don't know.
It must be a really good bargain. He has to make her like a deal. Like, obviously the deal is to go home, but like,
we all know it's a lie. And she should know it's a lie by now. Come on.
Well, we don't know when the deal was made, so who knows?
Because we don't know how long she's been here. We don't know how long she's been here.
Exactly. We know that she was in the first episode. Jade stole her bike, so she's been there before the Matthews family and Jade and Toby arrived to town. We don't know if she's been there before Abby and Boyd, before Sarah, because they're about like 8 months apart.
She wasn't there before Boyd because she would have been down in that hiding spot with Donna and Dale.
Well, there was multiple hiding spots like that, so she could have been in a different one.
That's true. That's true. I don't think was there as long as Boyd. I think she probably came after that. But the point is, I forgot what I was going to say with I lost my train of thought. But anyway, I mean, she makes this deal, and she should know by now. Look what happened to Elgin.
By now, but when she first got to town, if you've only been there and you get this Donna talk on the first night, and then like on the second and third night, something comes into your room, or another person comes in the room and is like, I can get you out if you make me a promise.
Yes.
Or something of that nature. And this is your third day there, even the first week there. Like, most people would be like, I'm still in shock. And they would be so desperate to go home. And at that point, they had no answers. They probably even had no talisman yet.
Let me tell you something. If he came up to her with those black eyes talking to, I would run the hell away. Okay.
I don't think he did. I think he probably, I don't know how, like, do you think like he showed her his true, his true self? Was he another person? There's so much we don't know about how this bargain was made and what form.
The fact that he showed her his eyes, leads me to believe that he showed her his eyes before.
Hey,
That's how she'd
Susan.
remember him. You
You
know?
think it's only through the eyes, and that wasn't like a mirror for her to, or like some kind of a, maybe the camera would have shown us, but she might have seen something through there. I was trying to zoom in. It
No,
doesn't really look like there's anything there to really
no.
say, like no shadows or
I
no
think she
shapes.
saw his eyes like that. That's what
Okay.
I think. But anyway, she sees that so many people are promised they're going to go home and it doesn't work. So you would
Right.
think she'd know that by now. Hi, Susie. Nice to see you, Susie. It just doesn't make any sense at all. So, yeah, that's my take on it.
But so
But
yeah.
but I can understand she's alone with her and she forced
Mhm.
her to cut her hand and all that. But she didn't have. But why did she have to go through with this? But all right.
I don't
Anyway.
know. But I thought it was interesting that the thermos that she has a red top and there are planes on it, right? And the only time we've heard about planes on this show has been very recent when somebody's supposed to be flying in on a plane.
Yes. Yes.
So I
Right.
thought that was quite interesting. But we wind up seeing what's going to happen. She's looking around. She's nervous as all hell. She's in front of the clinic. And there's the cut. She winds up squeezing the hell out of it to make it bleed. And she puts it into the thermos.
Yes.
Takes it up.
Ugh.
Right?
Yeah.
And she goes into the clinic. And I also liked, look at her shape here, that it's all black as opposed to when we saw her before with Sophia, when you actually could see her mirrored
Yes.
reflection. Here, I
Yes.
mean, it might just be a shadow, but I just thought it was very interesting
It is.
that
It is
she was all
interesting.
black.
Yes. Yes. I like it.
Like she
Yes.
has sold her soul, like it's gone.
Exactly.
Gone.
She made a deal with the devil. See?
Yep. And
Even
when
the
he came
devil holds up
calling,
bargains.
yep.
That's right. That's right, Susie. The devil
So
doesn't let you forget.
no,
You made a deal with me. I'm not letting you forget about it.
right.
I'm calling it in.
So also, if you look at it, you have the like a black entity on one shoulder and like a white piece
Yes.
surrounding on the other shoulder.
Yes.
Again, there's a
Yes.
lot of duality in the show. So
Oh
every time
yeah.
I analyze the scenes, I always look at all of that.
I
Even
like
with the
that.
color of the headband, like thinking clearly as to, like, you know, thinking more hot-headed under stress compared to like your body just being more cool and calm. So I
Right.
liked a lot of the I don't know what you want to call it, duality, the balance, the
But
opposites that they
but
show
she has the exact same clothes on
all the
for
time.
years. For years. Well, I mean, for us, for years. She never ever changed her shirt or her pants.
Right.
Never. And even that bandana, I think she's been wearing that every
Where
time too, right?
every time.
I mean, come on.
So when the last time we've walked into the clinic, I don't remember seeing all of these pictures.
Uh-huh.
And again, I didn't have a really I couldn't get it clear. I tried hard to get this one clear. I know we've seen the dragon before with the fire,
Yeah.
and we've talked about that, but I couldn't really make out. Looks like a fish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure exactly what all this is. This one might be water. Looks like birds, maybe. I
Uh-huh.
don't know. It looks like maybe people here. So this definitely has a yellow background with something. So I definitely going to analyze this and kind of take a look at it and let
Mm-hmm.
you know. I wasn't really sure what all of these pictures were.
Yeah, it's hard
Again,
to tell. Yeah.
I had a crazy week. So if you in the Discord know or looked or can make that clearer, let us know what you find.
But it
So
doesn't seem like the man in yellow is holding up their end. Well, I don't think so. I don't think he's holding up his end.
no, I don't think they're going home. And Clara asks that at one point, and
Are you sure? Am I going to go home?
Yeah.
I like calling it in faster than Better Call Saul. I like that. It's funny.
Hilarious. Susie, I love you. honey.
Even Elgin has changed once or twice his clothes. Yes, absolutely. But she has never, ever changed her clothes. Not once.
Not once.
Oh my God. And when we get to that picture, it's really interesting, you know?
Yes.
Hi, Tamika's Den. Nice
Hey,
to see you.
Tamika, how are you, beautiful? All
Okay.
right. So after that, obviously she sees Marielle, and Marielle's like, "Hey, what you doing here?" Because it's odd that she just pops up. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, I heard what's going on with Fatima, and I bought her like this herbal homemade remedy that I know." Lying ass bitch, right? Completely lying. And Marielle's like, "Oh, okay, Fatima's in the other room," and like even though she's trying to be nice, you see like the invisible sweat coming down her face. Like
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
looks nervous, even though she's playing it off. Marielle
Right.
can't tell, but
Right.
we know what's going on. And then I love that they just keep the red cap in the shot.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
Right.
again, so she comes in and we see Fatima. She's working on that puzzle, right, for cognitive abilities, right? And I thought it was interesting. I have a quick little blow up of what that is. So it is crows in the sky, right?
Look at that.
Or crows. I think this says crows in flight. But if you
Uh-huh.
Google it, there's a real puzzle, and it's actually called crows in the sky. But
Wow.
here, the way they must have edited it or changed it for the actual show, where it says
Okay.
crows in flight. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 2 over here, right? 6, 7, and then there's 8, 9, and 10.
Okay.
So I don't know if that means anything. It's 500 pieces, but that's what the puzzle is that Fatima is making here on the table. And Clara comes over with a smile and she's like, "Hi." And Fatima's like, "Hi, what are you doing here?" She's like, "Oh, I thought I'd visit you." And even Fatima thinks it's weird. And she's like, kind of still working on her puzzle. She's like, "Oh, I made something. I bought something for you." And Fatima's like, "Oh, you're so sweet." So Fatima takes it and puts it down. And Clara's like, "Oh, no, you have to drink it now." For one,
Yeah.
if anybody's that pushy, it's just so suspect. I'd be like,
Oh
"I'll drink it when
yeah.
I'm ready." Like,
Right.
don't drink it.
And
Um,
why would you, and why and what is she known for making herbal teas or something? I mean, why would
never,
you even no?
never.
It's totally sus.
Right. So, and the red cap was like centered to Clara, and here you see it moving closer to Fatima. So I thought the positioning, from a cinematic point of view, was great. And then here you see it completely just in Fatima's frame, and she
Yes.
takes it. And Tamika was there when we watched it live together, and
Yeah.
Tamika, there was 4 people on the panel. We saw this, and all of us were like, "No, don't fucking do it!" Screaming and just freaking out. And so, unfortunately, we see
Oh
our
yeah,
girl
she says, "I
Fatima.
know it tastes weird." She said, "Yeah,
Right.
I
So,
know it tastes weird." And you're
yeah.
right. There's no way I'm drinking that either. Get
Mm-mm.
that out of my
Hell
face.
no.
I'm not drinking that.
Exactly.
Time to spit that out.
Right.
Absolutely.
But she keeps drinking it even though it tastes like shit. I thought that was crazy. I
Unlike
would have
Elgin and
stopped.
Sarah, Clara knows she made a selfish bargain. Oh, absolutely. Elgin and
Mm,
Sarah thought, they were trying to just appease and be nice and helpful, just the way Fatima is very sweet and helpful and kind. And
right.
she didn't want to hurt her feelings. She didn't want to hurt Clara's feelings. That's why she drank it. She didn't want it,
Right. There's
but
definitely 2 types of like manipulation going on. One that's very direct, where you have to make a bargain, and there's a different type of manipulation that's almost like taking you hostage, where you feel like you don't have a choice. I feel
yes,
like they're just slightly different, even though they're put up with the reward is going home. It's
yes,
still the
right,
path on how they get to commit the act was
right,
definitely done differently. Like
right,
Sarah didn't really know where these voices were coming from, the place, like she knew it was from the place, but where exactly it was, like her bargain was much different than the way Clara knows it to be. Like she saw something and literally like was okay with making a deal. Whereas Sarah was more manipulated, thinking she was doing something to be helpful. And she also did it like under duress and like in the moment, where like Clara's been holding on to this. I don't give a shit if you thought it was a freaking dream or not. You've been holding on to this since you got there, and bitch, you've been there for like 2 months more, because the
what does
show's
that
been going on
say?
for how long?
What does that say about her? I mean, everybody wound up in this place.
Mm-hmm.
And you see some creepy guy coming out of the forest with this dirty suit and black eyes, and he's telling you he's going to get you home. If it was me, I would have run for the hills.
Even
I
if
would have.
it might not even been the men in yellow. We don't know what she saw. That's what I mean. Like, if what if it was like another sweet person, just a different person? It could have been anybody.
I don't know.
Yeah, we have no idea. I need to know more about this bargain. I hope we do get some. It might be one of those things that we never really get all those
Okay,
minute details
let's
about.
say it was somebody who looked like Sophia. Let's just say, if you're going to show me those dark black eyes and talk to me about, well, I'll get you home, but I want something in return. I would be
Well,
like, see you later. I would run away. I don't care. I would just be like, I don't trust this person. I don't like their eyes. I don't like the way they're talking to me. I would have been gone. That shows you the kind of person Clara is.
Right.
She's not a nice person.
No.
They try to make her seem, oh, she's a nice person, but she got fooled. No, she's not a nice person. A nice person would be like, get away from me. And I mean, Fatima, for instance, if he came up to Fatima or whoever, Fatima would not have made a deal. She would have walked away because she would have been freaked out by it. Yep.
And I actually think that's probably why she's been so nice this whole time, trying to be helpful, because she knows she made a deal. And even though she might have thought it was a dream, she really didn't know. So I think, like, just to cover her ass, she's like, let me try to make up for it now. And hopefully they won't ask me to do anything. If they see me being really good, they won't make me do anything, or it won't make me do anything.
Right,
so that might be one of the reasons why she's been so nice.
I like that. I think that makes sense. Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
What did Robert say? Robert said, what does it mean now that Clara has Sophia's blood? Is it that she's going to be controlled? Is she going to turn into a monster? Is she going to have a connection to the monster hive mind? I was wondering the same exact thing, Robert. Yes. If she was also going to have some type of a connection the way they do. And I guess that's left to be determined at this point.
I think that she's going to do the same thing to Clara that she did to Henry, and just put him like in a delusional world. That's what I think.
We haven't gotten there, but I'll let you know what I think is going to happen.
Okay.
I don't see Clara surviving. I'll just say that, and then when we get to the scene, I'll go into it more.
You mean for this finale? You don't think she's survived? Yeah, I could see that. Definitely.
I don't see her surviving.
Yeah,
but
I do think, though, that we should recognize that at first, yes, it was a selfish place to make that bargain, but now she's being controlled by the blood. I see. You mean the fact that she's going through with it?
Well, I don't know about that, because here, like, she feels like she's looking at Fatima and she kind of looks like inquisitive, like what's really happening. I think she thinks it was going to be more immediate, whatever effect it was going to have. And here, look how she's walking out. She's guilt-ridden right now. She knows exactly what the fuck she did. She's not being controlled. She just feels horrible. And that's great, because that's that fear and the guilt and all those feelings are exactly what the man in yellow feeds on.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what she did to Sarah about drinking that water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she loves that.
Yep.
Let's see. She's scared so much for herself. Her invisible sweating says she knows what she's doing is wrong.
I 100% agree with you. You see that invisible sweat. 100%.
The invisible sweat.
Yeah, she's cooked. She did make a deal with the devil.
Is he a demon? It seems that way. I mean, we don't know for sure at this point, but it seems like it. She was a sleeper agent.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Absolutely.
Yes.
I said that earlier on. We were going to see her. She was like not a mole. She was a sleeper agent.
Yeah. I think she's cooked. Yes.
Yep.
She's a delivery system. Sophia treats her almost with it. Yes. She ain't breaking an arm for her servitude in case. Right. Yeah. She Sophia sees her just as, a means to an end. Okay, there are 10 people working on pulling down the tree. Boyd, Christy, Bacta, Acosta, Sarah, Randall, Ellis, Pat,
10 crows.
and 2 randos. Wow. Like the crow puzzle. Wow.
Yeah, because there's 10 crows on that box for sure.
Susie, I like that. Great. What is your theory?
That they're gonna die. Maybe not them, but maybe that they'll be that they could be in for Not maybe. I don't know if they all will die. But it could be.
Here's her theory. Her theory is that the tree, when it falls, becomes a tree in the road, and everyone who pulled it down becomes the crows. Wow, ooh. I like that, Susie.
That's a really good theory.
But could they pull that off though? Wow.
No.
That would be wild.
That would be wild.
I like that. Wow. Okay.
Maybe she'll speak up and right before she dies.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I was thinking. Maybe she finally her conscience will bother her, and she'll tell somebody, and then and then Sophia will kill her. That's what I was thinking. Crow flies down with Jim's. Yeah, I
That's
would love to
hilarious.
see that. I would love to see that.
Oh, mhm. Well, all right. So going to the next scene from here with guilt-ridden traitor over here, we get Victor. And he's not coming in the same direction, but he's going to the same spot we lost saw Victor in when he was out here. And Victor had that heartbreaking emotional scene we saw
Wait,
the last episode.
Jen, what happened? Did we lose the slideshow?
Oh no, I'm still on here. I see it.
Because it's clocking.
It's
You're
what?
clocking.
I'm
What
clocking.
happened?
I don't know what.
Oh, I think. Oh, you have to come back in, Jen. Something with your internet?
Oh, hold on.
Strange. You have to come back in. Okay, what does Susie say? Susie says, "Oh, what happened? Something is going on. Do you guys hear me? Let me know in the chat if you hear me. Or did the whole thing freeze? Huh, that's really strange. I don't know what's going on." Hi, Jen, you hear me?
Hey, can you see me and hear me?
Yeah, I can see you and hear you. Guys, are you all here? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay. All
All
right.
right.
We got to put your presentation back up.
I don't know what
Oh,
happened. I'm so sorry.
oh, here it is.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Thank
All
you.
right. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys heard me before, but so the next scene is Victor going to where we saw Henry also there last episode. We had that heart wrenching scene, and he's going to do this thing that Henry did, but for in a different way, right? He's going to go speak to Miranda and Eloise. So we
Right.
see Victor, and he's talking to both of the rocks, right? Miranda's rock is on the left, and Eloise is on the right. And he's like, if you're Tabitha now, that means you're not really there, and that means you're not with Eloise. And it's another just heartbreaking scene here at this
Yes.
gravesite.
Yes.
Just heart wrenching. So, and there's both rocks. I put them side by side so you can see it. So
Oh,
on the
yeah.
left is Eloise, and on the right is Miranda's. They both
Yes.
have a rainbow. They both have clouds. One has flowers and birds, and
Yes.
the other one has sun.
Right.
Right. And it was just heartbreaking. And he's just, I don't know what to do. I think something's wrong with dad, and I don't know how to help him. Tell me what to do. And suddenly this
Wait. Before you
teenager and
wait, let's back up for a second.
oh,
He said, "You're not with Eloise.
right.
I don't know where you are." So he's wondering where his mother is and where Eloise is too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He looks devastated there too. Like he just
Oh,
lost
yeah.
them all over again, right? Because at least
Yes.
he had some
Yes.
comfort knowing where they were. Now
Yes.
they're like missing.
Yes.
So we have the teenager in white pops up. And Victor gets angry. He's like, "What are you doing here? This is private. Go away." I love that. I love that he just snapped back at the teacher right the minute he popped up. And he's like, "Do you know what the others are doing?" We saw this in the trailer, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what the others are doing? Right? They're gonna pull up the tree. And Victor's like, that kind of gets his attention. He's like, the faraway bottle tree? And he's like, "Yeah, you know what happened last time?" He's like, "Hey, you said not to do that. That was bad." And you almost see like in this one facial expression, you almost see like the dots connecting and Victor kind of just knowing exactly what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
So I love this, that it caught his attention, because here yet again we see Victor realizing that something needs to get done in order for them to go home or be saved or to get answers, and Victor's willing to step up.
Yes. Yes.
I think Victor's one of the bravest ones there.
He is.
I
He
100%
survived
do.
there all by himself for 40 years.
I know. It's hard to believe that entire truck was filled with peach cans. That's amazing.
Well, if you saw my video, I talked about how he manifested it,
Mm-hmm.
and
I did.
actually how the place actually helped manifest it for him.
And I 100% agree, especially because now
Hmm.
I think that Boyd manifests things as well. Like he can
Yes,
manifest things. They just
I
don't know that they have that power. 100% agree with
yes,
you in that
they
theory.
they they all have the power to
They all have the
manifest
power,
good and bad,
good and
both.
bad, which is
Yes.
why I 100% agreed.
Mhm.
All right. So the scene after this cuts to yet again another scene where Boyd's got to be in the church and he's mad with God. And I thought this scene was hilarious. He's like, you know, I don't really like you. We've had our words, but I'm not coming here for me. I'm coming here for my son. Right.
Mm.
And he's having this one on one with God, trying to kind of just figure out or just give him hope, a blessing, something, because they're about to go on this huge, you know, they're banking everything on this plan. There's no plan B, right? So Boyd's like putting everything into it, and he kind of just wants something to give him validation, to give him security, to give him more hope, because right now he's still running on empty.
Now, my take on this scene is he's being extremely arrogant. You're punishing me. Let's help all these people. You're angry with me, okay, but let them go home. In other
Right,
words, God is punishing everyone because he's angry with Boyd, right?
right.
That's real narcissistic. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
The
it
world
is
does not revolve around you, Boyd.
100%, and that's exactly what he says. He's like, let these people go home,
Right,
but
right.
he doesn't realize it's not about him. Like
No,
even Jade and Tabitha told him that we hit them, not we as in with Boyd. The two of them keep coming back over and over again. He kind of
right,
just it's not like clicking.
right.
It's not all on him,
No.
right? And in walks Sarah, and they have a really interesting conversation. Two really great things come out of this conversation. First off, he tells her, all right, I got to tell you something. You got to swear to secrecy. You can't repeat any of this. And he tells her all about Fatima.
Mm.
And he tells her because he's clearly not sure what the fuck is going on with her. And
Mhm.
he thought he saved her. He's like, you know, you told me you figured it out. We went and we saved her. He's like, we saved her. We brought her back home. She's okay, right? We saved her. And Sarah, one of the most honest people there, is like, I don't know. And I think Boyd kind of knows, just like Sarah does. Like, I don't think so. Is probably the
Yeah,
better answer,
right, right.
right?
She doesn't
Um,
know. I mean,
right,
how could she know?
right. And he's hoping like the voices have said something to her, but clearly they haven't. But
No.
obviously, he knows that his one win isn't really a win.
Hmm.
Saving her isn't. But now that raises the stakes. Not only does he want, like, he was just talking to God about the entire town, but also Ellis. But now this really, really like includes Fatima because he needs to make sure Fatima's okay to make sure his son's okay.
Hmm.
And I loved when Sarah was like, "Tomorrow, I'm coming with you." Sarah's that ride or die. I love
Hmm.
her. I love that she steps up. She's like, I know you told me that you were gonna have me at a door. She doesn't say that, but she's like, not gonna happen. She needs action. She needs to
Hmm.
be there with a screwdriver, just waiting to take out eyes.
Right, right.
So
Well, she's made her peace with everything. I mean, she'll die to help everybody else.
right. But you just see like the worry and the nervousness, like the uncertainty that he has.
Hmm.
And Sarah, he's looking for Sarah, who he knows would be honest with him and knows the truth. And Sarah just can't give it to him. And she sees his face, she
Yeah.
sees the worry. And I love again that she doesn't lie. She's
Hmm.
very real and honest. And she's like, I'm not sure. I
Hmm.
don't think so. Kind of a way, the way she says it leans on more of the I don't think so side, in my opinion.
Hmm.
But yeah,
I like this. Peace through screwdrivers.
I
Yeah.
love it. As long as you don't get the vocal cords, right? Don't pull a Toby and cut the tongue out. So we need to hear some answers. But
So Robert Saunders says he totally agrees with you regarding Sarah.
regarding Sarah,
Yes,
yep.
100%.
So the next scene we get is Tabitha sitting on the porch and she's staring at this talisman. She's looking at it because something clicked and she's starting to try to just really accept it and look at it and try to make it make sense. And she's noticing the two people, the sun and the moon, and what I guess now would be all of the tombs or the bones, that those actually probably represent children rather than trees like we've all theorized before. So yeah, she's kind of really analyzing it, and Ethan comes out, and Ethan starts talking to her, and Ethan tells her, you know, I really think that you need to listen to whatever knowledge you got, whatever they told you, whatever you know from being here before, you should listen to it. So you should do that. And he kind of gives his mom like this push of encouragement, and I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And she appreciated it. She didn't turn it away. Um, and she actually listened for the first time. She actually like really listened and took it in,
Mm-hmm.
and she was happy about it. She didn't do it because it was an obligation. She did it because it generally hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that there's a connection there, way different than when he had stolen the radio, right, to try to communicate with Jim. Like a complete different turn in her arc so
Yes.
far. And she hugs Ethan, and after she's done hugging Ethan, she almost gets a sense, like a sixth sense, and she looks over, and who does she see? She sees one. She sees two. She sees three. She sees four. She sees five. She sees six. She sees seven. That one's creepy. And
No.
all seven of the Ankui kids are standing there. And there's been some debate. Are they pointing at Ethan? Are they pointing at her? I
Mm-hmm.
think they're pointing at her because
Yeah.
of the revelation that she makes. I think that
Yes.
is the right revelation. I think that she's on the right path. I do not think they were pointing at Ethan. Um, and if they are pointing at Ethan, it's only because they're like, you're next. You're going to look like us. See that nice hair on your head? See this? That's what it's going to look like. I'm just kidding. But,
And all
yeah,
of these Hangui kids are new actors. All of
yes,
them.
all of them.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. They all have that vaguely like similar appearance where you can probably pull it off with different actors as long as you
Yeah.
kind of, yeah. So, yep.
Right.
But yeah, we see all seven of the Ankui kids, and Ethan's like, Mom, what's wrong? What do you see? Right? And they're gone. But that gives her, and even you see it, right? Not a denial, not a no, 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 no. You see like the glimpse, the acceptance, the knowledge, like what Ethan just told her sunk in. And here is the test. And she passed the freaking test for the first time. She follows through. I was so proud of her at this one moment. I was so happy from the whole entire episode. We're really seeing her arc take a twist for the better, for where she should have freaking been in the beginning of the season, but she's finally like on board and she's learning something new.
Yes. Yes. And she's allowing herself to remember also.
Yes.
Because she wants to get her children, she wants to save Ethan and Julie and Victor. She wants
Yes.
to help them and everybody else.
Yeah. And if we're talking
Oh,
about manifesting things, she would want to manifest that.
yes, yes. By the way, everyone, seeing this picture made me remember we are giving away a talisman tonight. So, courtesy of Rabbit Tree Designs, I actually put a link in the chat here, closer to the top. And if you guys want to enter to win, you need to type into the chat. I'm going to type it in hashtag CAVE, lowercase. Okay. Hashtag cave.
Cave.
So everybody enter hashtag cave, and I'm going to do the drawing at 1:00. So, like in 25 minutes. Okay.
Susie, I said that I agree. I think it is I think it's made of the same material as a talisman. We were talking about that last live stream when we actually saw it in the episode. But
Yeah.
I do think 100% it looks exactly like a talisman. It
Yes.
doesn't have the symbols on it, but I bet you
Yeah.
could probably carve them in or do something with that because I definitely think it's the same. And I think the boy in white gave that to Victor and has been keeping the peach trees, I keep saying peach tree, has been keeping the peach truck safe without him realizing it. It might not necessarily be the ruins that are carved into it. It might actually be the entire block that it came from that has this power, and it just happened to be cut into however many pieces there are. So if there are 12 talisman and that's the missing piece, the 13th piece, that would be, I would love that. And I definitely think that that is what it is. I'm just waiting for the confirmation in the show.
Right. And Susie says it looks like she's holding has a missing piece. Yeah,
This
it looks
one?
like, yeah, there's like a
Yeah.
missing piece there or something.
I'm not sure. I mean, they all are slightly, they're not exact. All 12 of them are different,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't think it was missing, but it could be.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, the piece in that Victor had, the can opener, is definitely is made of the same material as a
Oh
talisman.
yeah, definitely.
100%.
Yes.
And it's upstain or obsidian. McGurkin put in. Oh, you said I'll abstain.
Abstain.
Sorry, I
Abstain.
thought you said it's. I probably need to look. I'm getting
Excuse
tired.
me.
Salute. So, all right. Make sure you type in #cave for a talisman.
Mm-hmm.
All right. #cave. How many are in the chat right now?
We only have
25.
Okay,
25
guys.
people. Am I right? 25 people.
Excuse me.
Salute.
Yes.
God
Thank
bless
you. Thank you. Yes, we have 25 people in the chat, so please enter #cave.
McGurkin's gonna abstain because he won last time. That's right.
Yes. Yes.
He's our last winner. Ooh. Thank you. What is it? Tuhan Anderson? Tuhan? Yes. Robert
Tuhan
Sanders.
Anderson.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
#cave to win
Great.
a talisman.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So the scene after this takes us to the bar where Jade has with Kenny, I'm assuming, or did it probably himself with Kenny, just kind of giving him company. He has constructed a type of CB radio so that it'll be two-way, so they can kind of communicate while one's in the tree, and whoever is going to go down to the cave, which we're going to see winds up being Tabitha and Jade. Right. So he's showing them how the actual walkie will work, and pretty happy with that result. But in this moment, I think this is the big part. We see Victor burst in, and Victor's like, "Is it true?" And they're like, "What is it?" He's like, "Is it true? You're gonna take down the bottle tree? Is it true? You're gonna take it down?" And Boyd's like, "Listen, Victor, yes, we're gonna take it down. It's for the good of everybody. We need another way out." And he's trying to explain it, and Victor's not really wanting to hear it. Right? Victor's like, "You don't understand. You can't take down the boy in white told me something." And Boyd is an asshole. Boyd's like, "Oh, if the boy in white tell him to come right in and talk to me. Tell him to have him tell me himself." I'm like, really? Really? Why?
Very, very.
Why do you have to be
very arrogant?
Why do you have to do that? And then it's not like no one else has seen the boy in white, right?
Right.
Tabitha and Henry have seen the boy in white. Sarah's seen the boy in white with Boyd. So I'm like, why do you have to be such a smart ass? Why? And why to Victor now?
I think he was pissed at the boy in white because he sent him into the tree and he ended up in the dungeon.
and he probably knows that he pushed Tabitha out of the lighthouse, probably. But still.
Yes.
He's just being a smart ass, right? So he tries to reason with Victor. He's like, "Listen, Victor, we're doing this for the good." And Victor tells him, "Well, if you're not going to listen to me," Victor's like spazzing out, right? He's like, "If you're not going to listen to me, I'm going to stop you." And Jade's looking at him because Jade's kind of concerned. Because when has Victor ever said, "Don't do this"?
Right.
Never.
Right. Never.
Victor lets everybody do whatever how they want. He doesn't bother nobody. He doesn't mess with anybody. You do whatever you want. That's on you. Right? As long as it doesn't fit Victor. Victor's never come requesting anything, asking anything. So the fact that he came, it concerns Jade. But Jade doesn't really say anything about it because Jade's also determined that he knows what to do.
Right.
No one wants to listen to the man that survived for 40 years.
Right.
So Victor goes storming out and they go chasing after him. Right? And Boyd's like, "Victor, come here. Come with me. Why don't you come with me to the police station? Come with me."
I do like
Victor.
I do like what Jessica says.
What?
All Boyd is thinking about is trying to save Fatima for Ellis.
Right. 100%.
That's what it is. I agree 100%. Yes. Go ahead.
But yeah, so he grabs Victor, and Victor's like, "Get the hell off me!" And Boyd goes and bear grabs him. Even Kenny's like, "Whoa!" And you just Scott McCord, just phenomenal acting here.
Oh yeah,
just see him. Well, I mean, the emotion, the rage, he gets taken down. They try to subdue him, and this probably was. I was in tears at this point.
Yeah.
I was really upset at the scene. I was really disappointed in Boyd. I was pissed off that Kenny and Jay just fucking sat there. And then as this is all happening and he's screaming, this one comes along.
And she doesn't help him. And she doesn't
fucking help him. And I was like, really?
This is your son. And she said, Victor, remember you said last time that you didn't believe her when she said to Victor, "Oh, I came back for you, Victor."
She's
Right?
lying. I
Right.
don't
So
believe
here
her.
you go. So here you go. She doesn't care about Victor. She's like,
No.
why are you doing that? She says,
But
why?
right here at first, I was like, "Oh, good, she's gonna stop it." And then because she's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, stop it, let him go." And she's like, "No, I'm trying to prevent something." And then
Right.
she's like, "But you have to put him in handcuffs to do that." She's like, "Listen," and he tells her, he's
Yeah.
like, "Listen, he wants us to stop, and we need to, he tells her the whole deal." And she's like, "Oh, okay." Completely brushes it the fuck off like that didn't
I
happen.
know. I
I was
know.
so mad at this point. I was like, "Oh, 2 steps forward and like 10 steps back."
I mean, can you
Every
imagine?
episode.
Think about Victor. His mother loved him so much. We saw that. She's reincarnated as Tabitha, and she doesn't care about him. Can
Nope.
you imagine what that would be like?
No.
You'd have to question, well, was my mother's love even real then?
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
this one doesn't care about me. So
No.
maybe the first one didn't care about me really either.
Right. I just was so annoyed by this
Horrible.
entire interaction.
Mm-hmm.
So he starts walking to follow, and she's like, "Wait, Boyd, I got to tell you something. It's got to be me." And I was like, "Okay, we're back on track where she should have been, but still really highly disappointed in you." But she winds up telling Boyd that it's got to be me. And Boyd's like, "No, no, no. We've got people that are going into it. You can't do it. What about Ethan? And what about Julie? It's all right. We have people." She's like, "No, you don't understand. And look at the houseman. There's only 2 people. What do you see?" He's like, "2 people. That's who do you think those 2 people are?" So here I was really, again, happy with Tabitha for taking responsibility and owning up and doing what she needs to do. And when Boyd's like, "What about Julie and Ethan?" She's like, "Who do you think I'm doing this for?" Notice how no one said "and Victor." So again,
Mm-hmm.
she didn't say,
Right.
"Who do you think I'm doing this for?"
Right.
Them and Victor and everybody else here. No,
Right.
no, just the selfishness of only your own kids.
That's right.
Nope. Jay keeps saying, "I want to get everybody else out of here." Boyd said, "I want to get everybody else home." Tabitha just wants to get her kids out. I mean, I know he focuses on Ellis, but he still has the goal of everybody.
Yes, he does. Right.
So, but anyway, so again, so Tabitha explains that to him, and he's going to go along with it. They're going to change the plans. So here we have what I know we mentioned this when, what was it, episode 6 or 7, when Kenny is going to go on top of we have the whole Smiley connection thing, and Kenny's on top of the bus. We got to see Boyd with his bell, right? And I love when we see it. So here it is, bringing us back to episode 1. But look who's coming down the street as he's ringing that bell. Jeez, this evil witch, literally. And she's like, "Oh, hi." And he's like, "Oh, it's gonna get dark soon. You gotta get home." She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go help out in the diner with everybody else." He's like, "Oh, yeah, they're making letters." She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go do my part." I'm like, "You fucking, your part is to sabotage and cause chaos," and that's exactly what she does, right? And Boyd's like, "Oh, that's great." So we're at the diner. This is, by the way, Acosta's been really quiet. We really haven't seen her except for here. So there's Acosta, there's some NPCs, and we have Elgin. We see the ladder they're all making. And right away, she starts messing with the jukebox, right?
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
Right, and Baga comes out, and she's like, "Oh, that thing doesn't work. There's no point in it. It just comes on by itself. It doesn't work." And she hits like 2 buttons, and it pops on. And everybody looks over at her like, "What the fuck?" No one says a word. Like, make the connection. Every time that this entity has been closed, I'm sure that's what the jukebox has been going off. Completely controls it, or it reacts to her. And the way she reacts, Sophia, it makes it sound like either she's doing a really great job of playing it off, or she didn't realize that she does that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which it is.
No, she's just playing. She's playing it off. She knows she does that.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
I would assume so. But the way it makes it seem is very ambiguous, right? You kind of really don't know.
Right.
But yeah, look at everybody looking at it. She's like, "Huh?" And then they hear the screeching of the monsters, and that makes really everybody turn.
Oh,
and we see the monsters start coming, right? And it starts freaking like Patty melt out and everybody else. And they do something they haven't done in a while. They get all the way close up, and then they start tick, 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 tapping right on the window.
Yeah.
And like, "Hi, what you doing in there?" And it gives Sophia, who I think is in cahoots with them and had them come over, because she has that knife, and I don't know how no one notices, right? Everybody's so focused. She starts cutting through. Starts cutting through. trying to sabotage the ladder. So now we all know the ladder is not going to work. It's going to break if they uproot the tree.
Right.
So now I'm thinking that's probably going to wind up being one of the cliffhanger. I hope it's not. I hope we get a little further into the story than that. But that could be a possible cliffhanger for the finale. We'll see.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, Robert Saunders put something in the chats. I almost did forget about this. Do you see Robert Saunders' comment? Mm-hmm.
I don't remember about the trolley car moral dilemma.
So the trolley car moral dilemma, it also came up in Widow's Bay.
Uh-huh.
Would you sacrifice one person to save many?
Uh-huh.
Or would you let that one person live because you care about them and let everybody else die?
Right. Right.
It's that dilemma has been coming up a lot. And then I know we haven't talked about it, and the show's been over for a while, but that also came up in the show of Money Heist, which was a huge show on Netflix that I was really into. And there's been quite a few shows since that, because I was on like around COVID. So there's been a lot that give you that dilemma. And I think I told you, like, that's what I really like about a lot of these psychological thrillers now, the moral dilemma that it gives you, because it puts you in these impossible situations and it almost makes you feel like you have to make a deal with the devil. Right. Even if there's no real devil there, that's what the moral dilemma puts you in, the trolley car problem.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting because when Jade first came on the show, he was very selfish. Yes. And it's like he did a complete 180. Mm-hmm. While Tabitha in the beginning seemed to not be as selfish, and she's become even more selfish now.
Right.
At least that's what I thought.
Right.
It's like a role reversal.
So the next scene jumps to Fatima. And
just say, hi, Bill. Nice to see you, Bill Chill. Nobody notices the new girl with the shank. Yeah, right.
Nope.
And then Dr. Mabuse, right? Mm-hmm. That's what she does, Sophia.
And causing chaos. Yep, the mastermind, but never getting her hands really dirty.
That's right.
100%.
And playing games and manipulating people. Mm-hmm. She wouldn't be surprised if Tabitha sacrificed Ethan.
Wow.
I don't know about that, but
Well, that would be a worser fate than being killed by the town, is knowing that your own child, like you outlive your own child. It would be even worse if you knew that you were manipulated and thought you were killing the man in yellow and it was actually you stabbing Ethan.
Oh, God.
Because it gave you like a weird hallucination. We've seen that in some different thrillers. Yeah. Right. So that would be crazy. I hope it's not that, but
no.
But we do have Fatima, and she is now feeling the effects. At least that's what we think, because she is reading in pain in bed. Her hair is falling out. And you see the thermos right on the bed. It looks like she drank the whole thing. And she notices that her hair is falling out. She turns on the light. She's freaking out. She's in pain. She knocks over the thermostat. And that's what we get. That's the last that we know of Fatima for this episode, is that. And I'm not sure. Well, we know that the blood's affecting her. How that's going to affect her, don't really know. I thought I had a picture of it, but she does pick up her shirt.
Yeah, and the veins have moved all the way up.
And the veins have definitely spread, which is what I swear to God I had a picture of it. I'm so sorry. I thought I didn't. I guess I didn't.
And her hair is falling out on her pillow.
And her hair is falling out.
Right. So, by the way, guys, I'm giving away a talisman. So make sure that you type #cave in the chat.
Yep. CAVE. #CAVE cave.
Yeah, because I'm going to have the drawing in like 15 minutes. So make sure you enter now. Okay.
All right. So then next we see, oh my God, this just breaks my heart to see Victor sitting in the jail cell. Even Kenny looks like he's sad about it. He's staring, and Victor hasn't spoken a word. He's just sitting in there. He won't say anything. And Boyd, they're in the sheriff's station. And I like this scene with Boyd and Kenny. And he tells Kenny, he's like, tomorrow, you're not going into the caves. He's like, you're going to stay here. You're going to stay behind. He's like, I need you here. He's like, if I don't come back, I need you here and I need you with Donna to run this place. And Kenny at first is like, but he explains himself. And they actually have the last of Father Kadri's liquor to celebrate and toast. And he's kind of like leaving the town in Kenny's hands. I felt like this toast was almost like a passing of the torch if Boyd doesn't make it back.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly.
Right? So they have their toast at like 1 a.m. That's the time. Yeah, almost 1 o'clock in the morning. So they're having the toast. And yeah, he's like, we're going to see how tomorrow goes, but I want you to wait for, stay up here. You're going to stay behind.
Mm-hmm.
And Kenny accepts that. So the next scene then is the next morning. Bright and early, bushy-tailed. You've got Jade. He's packing in some supplies, some shovels. We see Tabitha come out. And, of course, the best place ever to leave your children is in Colony House.
Right.
But Donna's there. We see Clara, and she's saying goodbye. Julie and Ethan are there. They're going to wind up staying at Colony House. And I love this. Ethan's like, can't somebody else go? And she's like, no, I explained this to you already. I have to go. She gives them hugs goodbye. She explains it. And look who's the spy. Look at the little mole standing there, listening to everything. Right?
Now we can say she's a spy. Yes.
For sure.
Yes. Yes.
So Donna looks like she approves. Right? And her and Jade are going to head out. And I loved this line. And Jade's like, you're lucky. And Tabitha's like, why? He's like, not one person convinced me or tried to ask me to stay or tell me not to go. I love that line.
That's funny. Yeah.
So they're on their one quest, and then we have this other quest going on, right? And we have Sarah's manning the walkie-talkie. They're at the bottle tree. We finally see Randall again. Mm-hmm. Two characters we have no idea. We have Acosta, we have Christy, and we have Boyd, and they're in Father Cautry's pickup truck. Which, by the way, looking at that truck, I don't know if the frame is going to stay on that, pull down that tree, but that's another story.
Right.
But yeah, there's a Randall. Now we also see Ellis is there. They actually have a real chain and rope as well. Right? And we also see Baca and Patty Mel bringing in a sabotage. They don't know this yet, but bringing in that ladder that they made, which we know is sabotage. Boyd goes and helps Sarah because they need to find out where Jade and Tabitha are, and they radio back to them that they're at the tunnel. They're gonna start going in, and Boyd's got the chains wrapped around. They're all set, and they go down into the tunnels. And Tabitha's like, "What the hell?" Because she didn't go in that way. She doesn't really remember going into the tunnels that way, right? She fell through into the house, from the house into the caves.
Right.
It's a different experience entering, and she's just like, "What the hell?"
Right.
So as they're entering and they're starting to get everything set up, we have Elgin, right? He stayed behind. He's still doing what Acosta told him to do. She had manned those different groups to go through everything in the storage unit. And he pulls up this box, this old crate. And in the crate, there's a ton of photos. Picks them up and he starts going through these Polaroids. And he stops at one and he looks at it real close and you can tell he found something. And we had been theorizing, right, that somebody's going to find, we thought it was going to be Acosta in Colony House basement, that she was going to find something, a picture or something of Sophia. And it winds up going to Elgin. But, okay, not for nothing. Elgin has got to be the dumbest human in the world.
We were talking about
dumbest, oh my God, you're such an idiot. Dude.
Especially since he was fooled last time by the kimono woman with the photographs.
And then not for nothing, you know where you are. You've seen all this stuff going down. They had the conversation. You were in a Colony House. You heard everything, the truth of reincarnation, the time, all that. Julie told you, oh my God. And you're going to go straight to, the person be like, I found this. Oh my God, I was so frustrated. But anyway, before we even get to that, Elgin finds this photo and then it jumps to outside, right? He's literally on the other side of this wall here. And Sophia is looking at a boat. That's the boat that we saw that was in... it was on the opposite wall of where the ballerina figure was when
she
was picking out the glasses. It was right below where the glasses were, to be honest. And she's staring at this boat. And we see that she puts the boat back in the box. We see there's some games in there. We've seen them earlier. There's that yellow lunchbox. And Clara comes in. And Clara comes in like little spy she is to do her little report. And she's like, the plan has changed. There's only two of them are going down. It's only Jade and Tabitha that are going to the tunnels, and Sarah, Sophia's looking at the fire hut. She's all happy. She hears that her whole face changes.
Yes,
she turns around. She puts down the hat, and she's like, "Why didn't you tell me about this sooner?" And she's
Mm-hmm.
like, I just found out, and like before, like she's trying to explain herself. Like, I just found out. I didn't know. I came to you right away. And before Sophia can like respond to saying something, Elgin pops out with the photo in his hand. He's like, Sophia, uh, I found this photo and I think there's a girl and I don't understand. She looks just like you, and this photo is really old, so I don't know how that could possibly be you. Sophia takes the photo, she looks at it, right? That's the dress that Tai Chen was buried in, and we were talking about this earlier. It was
Yeah.
very similar to the same color that Clara is wearing.
Yeah.
I also think that this couple here might have been the Fatima and Ellis of the time.
You know what's interesting about the girl though? Somebody was saying she doesn't. She like her ears. She has very weird ears, right?
So maybe it sticks out a little bit here. The shape and the pattern of the wall,
Yeah.
just part of the shape and where it is, it almost looks like she has an elf ear. But I think that just might be the way it is that she's in front of the thing. But yeah, I think her ears did look weird too. I had to look at it. Hold on. Also, do you see this character over here?
Yeah. People saying it's Julie. I'm not so sure about that. What do you think?
There it is blown up.
I don't
Right?
think it's Julie. I
So do
don't
you
think.
see how her ear stops right here? But
Yeah.
the curve of the design, it just looks where she just has.
Oh, I
It's
see.
not.
Yeah.
So if you get closer, and then if you look here, Julie's hair is like all the way down longer. That her, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not Julie.
Right.
It's not Julie. So I
No.
definitely like blew it up to look at it. But that is definitely 100% Sophia.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
That is 100%. So here you can see the ear even clear. See how they're just
Can you scroll down on this picture, or you can't?
no.
Okay. Because I wanted to see the ears again. Yeah, it's just it's a weird angle with those ears.
Right. You see, like here, it doesn't look like.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Sophia looks at the picture, and I was on my edge of the seat. I was like, is she gonna lie? Like, what is gonna happen right now?
Yeah.
And she's like, it is me. He's like, I don't understand. What do you mean you don't understand? You heard about reincarnation. You know that there's an evil entity here. You've been manipulated before. What the hell do you mean you don't understand? Like, you could put I was so freaking mad. Do you hear me going a mile a minute? Bro, I was yelling at the screen. I couldn't believe it. I didn't understand. I was like, what? Oh my God. You deserve to lose your other eye. I was so frustrated.
I don't know how he could be so stupid. Really, I don't know. I don't understand.
Neither do I. And then she proceeds. Okay, then this is the even worse part. She tells Clara, "Go lock the door." That's
Yes.
a freaking threat. You look how big Elgin is. Wouldn't you just pile drive and try to, I don't know, tackle them and get out the door? He just stands there, duh, like, oh my gosh, like you are Lenny of Mice and Men. Like, oh my goodness, I could not at all. But yeah, you blind son. Oh yeah, wait, sorry, you are with your one eye. That's what I'm saying. He deserves to lose the other eye.
See, the thing
He
is,
deserves to lose the other eye.
if you look at the three of them, Elgin, Sarah, and Fatima, all three of them are kind people who want to help and serve. And Elgin, he wants to find the goodness in people.
Right.
When he was speaking with Julie in the diner, she was angry at him, and and he says, well, I think there's a reason for everything, why we're here. And he was trying to like look at it in a positive way. And Fatima did the same thing. She had a lot of hope. She would look out the window at the horizon. And Sarah too. Well, I don't know if Sarah was as positive as they were, no, but she wanted to help. She thought she was helping. So all three of them have that in common.
Oh
So
yeah.
they're very easy prey, all three of them.
Randall too. Randall always wants to help.
Yeah, but not help the entities, though. I'm talking about
Oh, that's
helping
true.
the
The
entities.
entities. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, yeah. But then again, he may have made a deal. We don't know. Randall.
Right. Oh, triangle necklace. Who has a triangle necklace on?
Dale doesn't wear that necklace. Huh.
Who's got the triangle necklace on? Him? No. His necklace does look like Myrna's bracelet, though, extended.
Uh-huh.
But so So yeah,
Oh,
so he tells.
wait, is it Dale or you're talking about Ellis? Because Ellis is wearing a triangle necklace too.
Well, it's a rectangle necklace, and then the shape is a triangle tree inside of another,
Yes,
or a triangle, and then a triangle tree inside of it.
right.
So yeah, so anyway, she tells Claire to lock the door, and he's like looking around, like still dumbstruck. She turns around and listens, and she doesn't just lock this door. She goes and locks the outside doors and then that inside door. And of course, Sophia does the same move that she did to Claire earlier, where she like steps out and then in front of him,
Hmm.
right? Almost like there's gonna be a big reveal. And there was, right? She tells him, he's like, I don't understand, Sophia. He's like, oh, you don't understand? It's because I can only take the shape of people who have died here. And his eyes get like all big as Claire's locking that door. And she grabs his arm, and we have no idea the fate of Elgin. And earlier I was saying that I think since Clara and him made a bargain and she already fulfilled her bargain, I think he's going to send her home by turning her into a crow and killing her. And Sophia is going to try to make a bargain with Elgin. So let's see if he becomes a little,
So you think Clara's going to become a crow?
Oh, I think no. I think Clara's gonna get killed, and if all
Oh,
the dead people are, I think that Sophia will kill Clara because she's already used, she's
right.
already served her purpose, right? She
Hmm.
fulfills her end of the bargain, and if the man in yell is gonna fulfill his end of the bargain, it'll be a trick, and
Right.
sending her home would be killing her, where her spirit would become like one of the crows, and then she's flying around like
I
one of the
see.
crows.
Right.
But I think she's gonna try to make a deal with Elgin, a bargain with
Hmm.
Elgin. And we'll see if he's gonna like accept the bargain, if he's gonna be resistant to it and then accept it, if he'll refute
Why
it.
would she make a bargain with him?
Because I don't know if she can explain two bodies, and I think that she's always gonna need somebody in town to make a bargain with. Just like she doesn't need anything now from Elgin, just like when she made the bargain with Clara, she didn't need anything then from him. But she would probably tell him like, I, I'll let you live, and I'll even send you home as long as you keep your mouth shut. I definitely think she's gonna make a something. She might even have something like an alternative motive to make a bargain with him.
Hmm.
I'll um I won't kill you and I'll let you live, but you got to do something for me. You have
Hmm.
to go get me the golem so I can possess it.
Hmm.
Something.
Hmm.
But I think that she's gonna try to make a deal with Elgin because she can still then use that. She has no more use and purpose in Clara. She's a
Hmm.
loose end that needs to be tied up.
Right. Well, that's true.
But Elgin, that's a fresh new soul that she can make a bargain with.
Yeah, but Elgin may not go for it. He
That's what I
knows.
mean. We don't know if he's going to go for it or not. That's why, is he going to accept it? Is he going to refute it? Is he going to resist it for a while and then accept or refute it? So I'm kind of curious to see
So
how that'll
maybe
play
she
out.
doesn't kill him right away. Maybe she offers him this bargain,
Right. That's
and
what I think. I think,
he outright refuses it, and then she kills him.
yes, that definitely could
Yeah.
happen too. But I think
Yeah.
she'll definitely kill Clara first.
Okay.
Unless, I mean, she might still keep Clara around to keep her as a spy. But I don't know. I think Clara's loose end. She's starting to get like, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But that's the last we see of Elgin in this episode. So it takes us back to the tunnels, and they finally found the chamber. So they quickly take out, look at this plastic, right? That gives a new definition to wall. So they take the plastic out, right? There they are, trying to put it up in front and block the cave entrance with duct tape. Xander said that they must have a lot of faith in the duct tape, and they hang a talisman. A lot of faith in duct tape and a lot of faith that this clear plastic tarp is going to be a wall. But they do. They get it taped down. Tabitha's like bugging out about it. As they're doing that, they radio that they're there. That's when, since they're there, and Jade radios them, lets them know, they're like, all right, it's time to start kind of pulling and getting ready with the tree. and they kind of get that information. And I can't remember if something, right? They told them that they got to dig. So they start digging. I'm sorry, I forgot to pull down the slides. I was trying to lighten the slides so you can see them. They start digging, and here I thought this was one of the coolest points, and I think this is a good place to theorize. So here we get this like point of view where it looks like somebody is walking through a different part of the tunnel system, and it's like we're in their body almost. That's the point of view we get, like first hand point of view. and we see that they come upon one of the little crevices, little chambers or little caverns, and you see the cowboy monster, the nurse monster, and the cheerleader, and they wake up. Right? They wake
Yeah.
up and they walk out, and you know it's because they hear Tabitha and they hear Jade, but you don't see that fourth person, right? The point of view that it came into.
Right.
Uh, so they're digging and they finally find the edge, right? Jade's like, I found, help me find the edges. They finally find it. They get some they're walking. He tells her to get some crowbars so they can open it to make sure they have the bones there. There's the
Right. Right.
plastic. So they finally get it open and you can see the bones. Tabitha and Jade are shocked because them's a lot of bones.
Oh yes.
7 bodies. So there is the image of the bones. I see 1, 2,
Wow.
3, 4, 5, 6 skulls.
Mm-hmm.
6 pretty, I think those are 6 skulls. Who knows? But we've got some bodies in there. What would be interesting if those aren't the children, right? Maybe like if those bones belong to somebody else and they weren't the children, and the man in yellow or somebody moved those bones. But I don't know if the show would go that direction, but that would be an interesting twist.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There it is, a little bit more bigger and more blown up, so you can kind of see it. 1 skull, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know where I thought I saw the 6th one at, but either way, there's the bones that we see. A lot of bones. And Tabitha looks up and we see the cowboy monster, right? He's looking at her and Tabitha's like freaking out. They can see each other through the plastic. I don't know why they don't like through the tarp, right? Too bad they don't have dark tarp. Here, right? So we see the cowboy monster, we see the cheerleader, and then the nurse is here. So this is that fourth person, and I think that's Smiley.
Okay.
Right? So if that's Smiley, the point of view that we saw could be Smiley's, but I think that could also be Fatima.
Mm-hmm.
So if Fatima is able
Fatima's there?
I don't know if Fatima is there. I know I forget who was on Nerdy F. I don't know if it was Felicia or Xander. They think that it could actually be Fatima. I don't think it's Fatima. I think that's Smiley. And I think Fatima can see through his eyes. I think we're watching Fatima's point of view as like she was walking like Smiley. I think that connection is growing. And so I think even though this is Smiley, I think it's Fatima is watching the whole thing kind of unfold. We see the talisman is right there in the left corner. I lightened up the picture a lot so you can see it. And Jade's like, holy crap. And the cowboy says, I don't think you should be doing that. And that's when Jade looks up, Tabitha looks up, and we cut, and that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, and that is the end of the episode. But I am really hoping that Fatima is able to control Smiley, and I hope that's the case. We'll see next episode, I guess. A couple days.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to do the drawing now. So if you haven't entered #cave,
#cave,
enter it now because we're going to do the drawing. No, we're going to do it now, Amy. So anyone who didn't enter, please enter now. There's 34 people here. I'm giving away a talisman for free, and it will ship anywhere in the world. So anyone who wants to, try to win one, right, you have to type in #cave, CAVE. #cave, lowercase, CAVE. Okay. Only one more minute, guys, because we're going to be ending the stream in a few minutes. Okay. We're actually going to be ending earlier tonight. Okay.
#cave for talisman giveaway. All right.
Okay. Is everybody entered now? 33 people here. 33 people and only 6 people entered for a talisman.
Guys. We ship anywhere in the world. #cave.
Are you telling me that 30 people have talismans at home?
Possibly.
I know I have one, but
I have one too.
I have it hanging right up my door. But I'm sure there are some of you who don't have one. Uh, so please enter because we're going to do the raffle. Okay. Okay, last chance. 1 minute.
Ooh,
Trying to give
Thunders, #cave. Yay. Come on, guys. #cave, #CAVE. We like giving away stuff. Come take the stuff we give. Good chance of winning. Good point, Green Who.
Yes, you do. Come on. We only have 6 people that entered. Come on. Come on. That's it. Nobody wants one. Okay.
All right. Don't forget to put it up on the screen.
Jessica, it's just cave. Just cave. CAVE. Hashtag.
Yep. Jessica's in, right? Susie, you're all set and protected.
Susie is completely protected. I need a t-shirt. Okay, guys, here we go. Now I have to share my screen so we can see it. Let's see. Let's see.
Yes, hashtag in front. Yay.
Are you seeing it now?
Nope. Maybe I should stop sharing. Hold on. Let me stop sharing mine.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Here we go.
All right.
You see it, right?
Yep.
Okay, guys. Good luck. Here we go.
Good luck. Buena suerte.
Buena suerte. James Yee. Yay. Congratulations, James Yee. All right.
Congrats. If you're not already a member of the Discord, join the Discord and send Lori your information.
Yeah. Yes, James, you can send it to me. I don't think he's a member of my Discord. You can email me at Real Cinema Therapy. Hold on. I always forget my email. Hold on. 1 second. realcinematherapy@gmail.com. Here, I'll put it in here.
Congratulations. Now you have a talisman that you can hang on your door. And it comes with the twine to hang up as well. There it is in the chats.
Yeah, James.
Congrats.
So just send me your information and we'll send you the talisman. Yes. You're welcome. Alrighty. Okay,
All
guys. Right. So let's what do we
go back here? So at this point we're gonna, once Lori shares my screen, we're going to go into the episode 10 finale synopsis.
Oh, good night.
We will show the trailer. Good night, Robert. Thank you for being here.
Have a great night. Okay, what did you say, Jen? I'm sorry.
The next slide is the episode 10 synopsis, and then we're gonna be showing the trailer. So if anybody, thank you guys for being here, but if you don't want any spoilers, it's not a spoiler, it's the actual trailer from the actual MGM. But if you don't want to know anything about it, we know some people don't, now would be the time to click away.
Can you post a link where you got it? Oh, the talisman, you mean? Yes. Let's see. It should be further up in the chat, but I'll post it again. Let's see. Let me post it again. 1 second.
It's from an Etsy store called Rabbit Tree.
Okay, I'm
Oh, there
posting
it
it
is.
again. Yes, Green Who. Here it is. And I believe there is a 40% off coupon. So
Yep.
just use that link and you'll be able to see it there. Okay. Alrighty. All right, guys. So we're going to show the synopsis for the finale and we're going to show the trailer for the finale. If you don't want to see it, it's better that you leave now. But it's really, I mean, I don't know if I would say it's spoilery. It's a very good trailer though. It's exciting actually. So I think, like I said, you don't think it's spoilery, do you, Jen? Oh, you're muted, Jen. Jen?
Oh, can you hear me?
Oh,
Oh, there
yeah.
you go.
Now I
Okay.
hear you.
I was
Yeah.
say I by accidentally hit the I hit the back button by accident thinking I was on the slideshow. Um,
Hmm.
it is I don't think it's too spoilery.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't
By
think
the
it's a
way,
spoiler.
it's not 90 minutes long. I don't know why people are saying that. I think it's like 50 minutes. It's like a
Yeah.
normal
It's a regular
episode.
normal.
Yeah. I don't know why that's going around. And okay, great. Yeah, I mean they're really nice talismans actually. I like mine. I got one myself, so. Okay, guys. So we're now going to show the synopsis and the trailer.
All right. You just have to put my slide back up. There it
Yeah.
goes.
Hmm.
All right, so the episode 10, we all know the finale. The title is called If a Tree Falls in the Forest, ... All right, and it's obviously airing on Sunday. We know that we're going to probably watch it at midnight when it drops. Boyd's quest to lead the residents home reaches a terrifying crossroad. Nothing will ever be the same again. Dun, dun, dun. So I definitely think that that tree is coming down, and I think that the talisman will no longer have any power.
Hmm.
So let's check out this trailer and see what it's got.
Okay.
It's because we're getting close to the end. It gets very messy at the end.
You need to finish this. You need to break the cycle. Your children deserve to go home.
What happens next?
There is no plan B.
Everyone here is gonna die. We can't just give up.
All right, then tell me how to move forward.
There's nowhere for you to hide. Now I light the match and I watch it burn.
Oh, so good.
That looks so great.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
agree, Amy. As soon as I saw that red in the sky, I was like, oh, Vecna's coming. It's Stranger
Yes.
Things.
Yes.
The man in yellow is going to shapeshift into Vecna. I'm just kidding.
Samuel, I'm just reading what you said. Last year we get a preview premiere for another show. Oh yes, that's right.
That's right,
They
that-
did that.
Was it
Yeah.
Earth Abides?
Yes. And everybody was so psyched. Oh, it's going to be like, what is it? Like over like an hour and 15 minutes. And it was all this new show.
Yeah, and it was a short. The
Horrible.
episode was only like 40 minutes or something like that. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, Incognito is here. Hi,
Hey,
Incognito.
Incognito.
I'm so glad to see you. Yes, in France, it's very hot right now. They had a record-breaking day. It was 111 Fahrenheit. Yes.
Whoa.
The hottest day ever in France.
Whoa.
So yes, so
Right.
he's been just hanging out. Yes,
Incognito,
you're late
we're
to the
gonna-
party, and I just did the raffle. I just did the
Ugh.
giveaway. You missed it.
You did.
Oh yeah, you missed it. I'm so sorry.
But we are
Ah.
playing the trailer, the season 10, the episode 10 trailer. So if you want
Mm-hmm.
to stick around and you don't mind watching the trailer, here it comes. We're going to watch it again.
Okay.
It's because we're getting close to the end. It gets very messy at the end.
You need to finish this. You need to break the cycle. Your children deserve to go home.
What happens next?
There is no plan B.
Everyone here is gonna die. We can't just give up.
All right, then tell me how to move forward.
There's nowhere for you to hide. Now I light light the match and I watch it burn.
It's very interesting. There's another voice in this trailer, and I think it might be one of the monsters. I'm not sure. I wanted to ask you, but when we get to
What
it.
at the very beginning?
No, towards the end.
Okay. So yeah.
It's because we're getting close to the end.
So here, let's go back there. We see Fatima, Ellis, Randall, and Boyd. They're coming out of the clinic. So clearly she survived the night. She's not a monster yet. Right? Because she's walking out with them.
Right.
Boyd is obviously and Randall have made it back from the tree with Ellis to get Fatima. Right? So this is definitely going to be not right where it picks up. But the sky's going crazy. I think they have taken down the tree. Right? So
It's very messy.
right, I think we see clearly Donna and everybody sees all the crap going on outside, and I think that's what's going to freak out Ethan. And here she looks like she's in the clinic, right?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
You need to finish this. You need to break this.
So here, I think this is kind of where it picks up, where we kind of just picked off, right? They clearly make it in. It sounds like Jade's going to sacrifice himself so Tabitha can get out to save her children.
Yes.
And this might be lighting from the flashlight, but it could also be because they got the bottle tree out and that's light coming in from the sunlight that's coming in through the hole.
Yeah, I think so.
Which might protect them. If the sunlight comes in through the hole, the monsters might not be able to come into the sunlight.
Right.
So that might actually protect them.
Right.
What happens next?
So when he says what happens next, I don't know. I'm going to assume that the tree came down and the ladder is broken. I think that's might be what happens next, and there's no plan B. Like, how do you get them out?
Right.
There's no plan B.
There's no plan B.
No. If you watch this lightning, this lightning comes from from the hole, from them pulling down the bottle tree, because it comes from the down up. It comes from the down. Sorry, it comes from down. Comes from the ground up.
You mean where the bottle tree is?
Yes. Oh, sorry, I messed that up. I think that lightning is going to shoot out from the yeah. Did you notice that it comes from the ground?
Interesting. Wow.
You see how it starts from down here?
Yes.
So I think that's from the bottle tree. That's what that is, and I think that's what's going to start the storm.
We can't just give up.
All right, then tell me how.
So Ethan's obviously bugging out because of what he sees, I think, and also the fact that Tabitha's not back yet. But I think this part is probably the most interesting to me. Is where is it? Acosta is telling Boyd not to give up. Where a couple episodes ago, before he gave her a role and responsibility, she wanted to unalive herself and she wanted to give up.
Right.
So here she is being like the voice of reason and telling Boyd not to give up. And he is actually wanting to listen to her. At least that's what it sounds like. And I kind of like that because it really shows the shift, like the turning of the table between the two of them and their characters. And it shows her arc and her growth.
Right.
Just give up.
All right, then tell me how to move forward.
Tell me how to move forward. Let's see if Acosta comes up with a good idea then.
Nowhere for you to hide.
So right there, we see the cowboy guy rip that wall.
Okay, but listen to the voiceover here.
There's nowhere for you to hide.
There's nowhere for you to hide.
And I watch it burn.
That's not Sophia's voice. No, not. There's nowhere for you to hide. That's not Sophia's voice. I think it's one of the monsters.
Now I light the match and I watch it burn.
Oh, let me go back to that.
Nowhere for you to hide.
You're right.
There's nowhere for you to hide. Now I light the match and I watch it burn.
I agree. That is definitely somebody else's voice.
Yeah, I think it's one of the monsters.
Now, Smiley is coming into the clinic, and here's where the talisman usually is. There's no talisman there.
Yeah, that's right.
And I thought, Felicia had said this back when we were on the Scene Invaders, that she thought maybe the very first episode where like Sophia touched the talisman, she's like, what's to stop her from like taking them all off? And I think I had mentioned this when we did our first live, right? So here, did Sophia take them all off? Or in this very next scene,
Much.
there's definitely an earthquake going on.
Yeah, because that's a fluorescent light that fell down, right? By the
Right.
bed.
Right.
Hmm. Yeah, there's some kind of earthquake going on with this storm coming in.
Right.
There could even be a tornado coming as well. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a tornado. It sounds like Ethan.
You think that sounds like Ethan, Susie?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I
Amy
think
said that.
it sounds like a female. Maybe the cheerleader, one of the monsters who we don't normally hear speak, maybe.
And I watch it burn.
Because it's not the waitress, because I know her voice.
And then, yeah, I agree. It's not the waitress. I wonder who it could be.
Well, there's a cheerleader there, and who else? Not sure.
I mean, maybe we'll finally get the colonial woman that they cast that we still haven't seen yet. Kind of like Man in Yellow came out at the very end of season 3.
Uh-huh.
Maybe we'll get that colonial woman.
Yeah, that's possible. You know, somebody said, which I thought was interesting, that maybe there is no colonial woman, that it was just a way to throw off the scent for another character they don't want us to know is going to come back. Maybe Eloise or somebody else.
Very
I
possible.
don't know. Yeah.
But I think this is the scene right where we pick up. Right where we picked up with Elgin and Clara. We just don't know if any of them survived or who she's talking to, one of them, both of them. But I do think this is the scene that we see where because she looks like she's obviously in the diner.
Right. Right.
So, but
yeah.
If Clara or Elgin ask her, so what happens next? And then her response is,
And I watch it burn.
I light a match and then I watch it burn.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'm not sure who she could be talking to, both of them, one of them. But yeah, a couple days left. I can't wait to see.
Yeah. Man in Yellow could have been the colonial woman. That's
Yes.
possible. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I want to know whose voice that is. Because they showed 2 of the monsters. Maybe it's one of them.
It could be.
The cheerleader, and who else did they show?
It's the cheerleader and the nurse that are in there, and then the cowboy monster, and I think it's going to be Smiley. Maybe it's Fatima's voice coming through Smiley. Maybe it's
No.
Ethan, like, you think it's somebody said they thought it was a child or Ethan?
No.
Was that Amy?
No, it's a voice of a monster that we've never heard before. It's a very weird voice.
Maybe it's
There's no-
Eloise.
There's nowhere to hide, like a really strange way of saying
If
hide.
somebody's saying there's nowhere to hide, the only person I could think of would be, besides a monster, would be Eloise.
Uh-huh.
Because maybe there's nowhere to hide. She's just been on the run.
Maybe.
That's a really good catch, though. Different voice. That would be, yeah, very interesting if they do something similar to what they did at the end of season 3 with a new character.
No, that's not Clara either, Jessica. I'm pretty good with voices, and that's not a voice I ever heard before. So we'll see. So, guys, that's the episode. On a scale of 1 to 10, what did you think? Did you like it? Put
I
in the
loved
chat.
Yeah, let us know in the chat. I loved it. I love this episode. I thought we got a
Yes.
lot. I love the pacing and everything of it. 10 out of 10 for me.
I liked it a lot, but I wouldn't say 10 out of 10. I think for me, maybe 8.5, 9, I would say. A bit closer to 9. I would say 9.
I love it.
What? Wait, what is this? Well, yeah, you caught that, and it was quick. Oh, you mean about the voice? Well, thank you. Yeah, it just didn't sound right to me.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Not everything is lost. I want a live rewatch.
Yes.
Yes, you do, Incognito. Thank you.
Yes.
I wish you had come earlier tonight, but I understand. Oh, that's horrible. I mean, I know what it's like to sleep in heat like that, and you can't sleep. It's impossible to sleep. But I hope it gets better for you tomorrow. I hope it gets cooler. Okay, Amy gave it a 10, and Susie said she loved it, and James gave it a 10. Wow. Jessica gave it a 10. Yes, take care. You too. Take care of yourself. Keep cool. Susie gave it 9.5. Oh, Samuel says great episode. Yes, Samuel. Yes. Yeah, it was. Well, especially the ending. I mean, I really like the ending a lot. I also like the. I am enjoying the Victor Henry storyline. I do like that, and I do like Fatima's storyline. But who's really annoying me is Boyd. He is friggin' annoying me.
Him and Julie, right? Is she not going to story walk in episode 10? And we're going to have to wait till season 5 to get her to story walk, and we get her finding, the man in yellow, like where we start off with season 4.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to story walk again until next season.
I agree.
Yeah. Grilled patties pancakes. Yeah. I like that. Right, she'll make pancakes next time. I was sleeping like a baby. Okay. Well, I'm glad you were sleeping. That's good. I understand. Yeah. Yeah, Sophia is really unpredictable. She is. But yeah, I really like the ending a lot. The part with Elgin, I was annoyed with him. I'm like, how stupid can
How
you be,
stupid
Elgin?
can you be?
It just
How
really annoyed
stupid.
me.
Yeah.
But listen, the season was good. It wasn't my favorite season. I mean, I have to say that. But there were moments I really liked. There were certain storylines I really liked. But like I said, Boyd is annoying me. Julie is annoying. Randall is annoying.
Tabitha is annoying up until
Tabitha is
now.
annoying, right? Jade has become much more amenable and nicer and sweeter and more caring. Elgin, yeah,
Chrissy's
frustrating.
annoying.
Chrissy is very annoying. Very.
Right. She can go.
Marielle, I like. Marielle is more open, right? Open-minded.
Agreed.
And Jade turned dumb. Really?
Ellis is useless.
Ellis is annoying.
Yep, he's annoying because he's useless.
But I tell you, in this season, I like Ellis more than I've liked him in any other season. I think he had a few good moments with Boyd. He cried to Fatima. Ellis is showing.
Scarecrow.
Yeah.
What did he kill? One? He beat one.
He beat up a scarecrow. I like him a little more than I used to, but he is still a useless character. I agree. We just got to name off the whole characters.
Oh yeah, Henry's annoying with his belligerent drinking. Yep.
Yeah. I see Elgin becoming the new Clara.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's just what Jen said, right?
Yeah, kill Clara. She serves her usefulness and make a bargain with Elgin. Let's see if that little bitch ass takes the deal or not. That's what I want to know.
And she knows that Elgin did before. She knows that he did it with the kimono woman.
That he helped the kimono woman, right?
Right. So she figures that he will go to bat for her. Yeah.
And after, how do you just walk up to somebody and be like, look at the picture. Is that you? I don't understand. Right there, that's got to be gullible. Just prints it on his forehead. She's like, oh, he fell for it once. He'll fall for it again, dumbass. Of course he will. Exactly, Susie. Of course he will. He's dumb. Gullible.
Yeah. Yeah. In the first season, I like Christy a lot in the first season. But
yeah, after that.
Yeah, it changed. Oh, you're welcome, Incognito. You're welcome. So anytime. Yes. Let's do anything else.
I agree, Susan.
Sarah's all right. Protect Victor at all costs. Tabitha's the worst. Yes. I agree, Susie. Tabitha's very annoying. Very annoying. I'm finding them all pretty much annoying this season. I think that's another reason why it's not one of my favorite seasons. I just find the characters to be annoying. And okay, let's see what else. If she doesn't kill him and steal his skin.
Yeah.
Elgin.
Another possibility with Elgin.
That's right. He's like 4 shorts of a 6-pack. Yeah, he is.
Yes, Amy.
Bacta is chill. Yeah, I like Bacta. Who's not annoying? Right. Everybody's
True.
annoying.
Everybody gets
I
on my
love
nerves.
Kenny, Victor, and Jade. Top 3. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say that they are the least annoying characters. Absolutely. Julie needs to snap out of it. She was doing all right before. Yes. Ethan is annoying too.
Yes.
Yes, he's very annoying. Donna's annoying for faking us out a few times. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually, Donna is not annoying
Ah,
if you think about it.
Kenny is not annoying. Donna is not annoying. Kenny is not annoying. Those two are definitely not.
No, they're not. Elgin is innocent. He should have kept his mind shut, like we said. Trop gentil, trop con. Yeah, exactly. He's very naive. He's very naive.
Very much.
Yeah. So, and then okay. So who else? Who else? Sarah is not annoying. Acosta is annoying. Acosta, yes, annoying. Who else? I can't think. I think we covered everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bacta is cool, I think. So all the ones that are not annoying are gonna die. Yeah. That's right. So who do we think is gonna die? Let's do that next.
I think Clara's gonna die. I think Clara or Elgin. I do think that Christy or Marielle will die. Probably Marielle. Wherever, because Smiley's gonna get into the clinic. So I think Christy and Marielle are there. Maybe just Marielle's still there. Who else might die? I mean, do you think they'd kill off Jade or Tabitha? No, right?
No.
Oh yeah, Marielle's not annoying. I agree, Jessica. I'm trying to think who else is gonna die. I honestly want like
Sophia is the most annoying of everybody.
Sophia is, but not Dougie Hughes, not Doug.
Not Man in Yellow. No,
not Man in Yellow. But
Sophia
is annoying.
Is extremely annoying. Okay, so who do I think is going to die? I think Randall could die.
Okay.
I think Elgin is going to die. I don't think she's going to keep him around. I think Clara is going to die. I think Fatima is going to die. Well, she's going to be a monster.
Okay.
And I think Ellis is going to die. I think he's going to follow her out. He's not going to want to live without her.
No, he wouldn't.
And who else?
I wouldn't mind if like 20 people died.
Well, all these no-name people.
Yeah, all the no-name characters. Like 20 of them gotta go.
Right.
I mean, we see that house burning up. I mean, can you imagine if like the house, like Colony House, catches on fire?
Yes.
But the flood comes and like puts it out, but everybody dies before they can put it out.
Yeah, exactly. So that's quite a few people.
And I agree with you, Susie. Now that we know about like the bargaining for Randall to have come back, I do think that they knew that they could get him, and I do think that he already bargained his life away. So I don't think he'll die.
Mm-hmm.
Patty's got to die though. Let's see. Patty. Well, they might not. She's just started getting more and more lines. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of NPCs that could actually go. But I wouldn't mind seeing. I want Christy to die, so if it's Marielle and not Christy, I'm going to be mad. But I think it's going to wind up being Marielle because she's the only one left in the... Like, we don't see Christy go back yet to the clinic. So if she's with Boyd and they're dealing with the tree, and I think Boyd is getting Fatima to bring her to the clinic and leaving Marielle behind, bringing Fatima to wherever Christy is and leaves Marielle behind. So if Smiley gets in there, I can see Marielle dying.
So do you think that Smiley comes in looking for Fatima?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I do think so.
Yeah. I think he wants to get her back for what she did.
I wonder if he thinks if he kills her, he'll sever the connection.
Maybe. Samuel says, I'm excited to see everyone survive without talismans. We've heard about it, but we haven't seen much of it. Yes, I agree with you. I definitely want to see that. A possible eclipse, yes. Yes, we've all
Yes.
been talking about that.
Yep.
And that's
100%.
and that may be what's happening with the storm. And
Right.
it could be the storm. It could just get very dark all of a sudden. So
Right.
the monsters can just come out. Yes, thank you, Incognito. I know there are a lot of spoilers out there. Everybody be careful. Even reading comments, in the videos you watch.
Yeah.
You
Be
have
careful
to
with
be very
that.
careful. I was spoiled last season because I read a comment on a video.
Yeah.
I was so pissed. It ruined the entire episode for me. I said, I can't believe this. Yes. So be very careful.
Anything for freedom. That's a rumor. It's not an hour and a half. It's just a regular 50-minute episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
They might wind up. I think the reason why IDM says that is because, like they did, who was it, Samuel? Somebody brought up, like they did last season. At the end of season 3, they tacked on the first episode premiere of Earth Abides. So, like with IDBM, it said it was going to be like an hour and something, and the actual episode was like 40 minutes, and then it was like the 40-minute episode of Earth Abides. So it looked like it was going to be like an hour and like whatever it was, and it was not. Like it looked like it was going to be like 80 minutes or something like that, and it really wasn't. So people that actually did get screeners did say that it's a regular episode, like 40, 50 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a red wedding. That's what I think.
A red wedding.
Yeah, from Games of Thrones, the red wedding.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah, so I think that's what's going to happen in Colony House. That's going to be a red wedding. I think most of the people in that house will be dead. Most of them.
I want they might not realize like the earthquake shaking down all the talisman and all that. I think that's going to be crazy. But if Tabitha or Jade are able to get past the monsters and like run through the tunnels, but they can't get out through the hole because the ladder's broken, I think they might actually be able to get their way back to the Colony House, that door. That would be crazy because then the monsters will be following them, and then they get through the door and they close it, and they're like, "Oh, the talisman will keep us safe." And as they're like walking, like all relieved, like the door just opens because the talisman don't work anymore because it's from the tree, coming down. That would be crazy.
Yeah, and that's how they're going to get in. They're going to get in through that door because they showed us that door for a reason.
Absolutely.
Now, what I don't understand is why didn't they use that door as a backup plan?
They couldn't get it open, remember? Well, I don't think it can be open from their side. I think it can only be open from the tunnel side. But remember, like they were trying to get the door open and they couldn't, so Jay just had a talisman on there for good measure.
Right. Now, in the cave, is there other places they could hide to get away from the monsters?
There's like different tunnels that lead to different places, and they don't know all of the places. So interesting. It would be crazy if they get split up and one gets the colony door, and like let's say Tabitha like falls down and finds gets washed away into a stream and finds the Lake of Tears, but they can't get back.
Right.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with it. I don't think the trailer was that spoilery. I think if you watch the trailer from the end of the trailer and go backwards, it kind of gives you more of the story the way they cut up the trailer. But I don't think it really gives you too much. I think the trailer is like the first 10 minutes of the episode, if that.
Right. Yeah.
And I agree. I think there's a whole bunch of tunnels that lead to the different basements of the houses.
Oh yeah. They're all 100%. Connected. Yeah, they're all connected. I agree with that.
So I don't know where they come out with, but they can come out from a bunch of different places. I just think it would be really cool if they wound up at Colony House, because then we would get a big massacre, and I can understand that would all play out, and it would bring that door back into, and maybe we'd see why the door won't open.
Yeah,
right, because it's from the other side. So I think that would be a really good reveal for the end of the finale. And then I think we will see them surviving without Talisman and season 5.
Yeah. That's going to be exciting. You know what I would love to see happen? I know I keep talking about this. Okay, so Colony House, the storm is coming. The monsters are coming. Talismans don't work. Donna takes Ethan and Julie and they run out in the storm to find cover. Because remember, Donna said that she survived there for years without Talisman.
Right.
So she knows how to do it. She'll probably find a ditch somewhere or some bush that will cover them up. and she's going to hide with the two kids out there. And Donna's going to have a flashback of the night that she came. That's what I'm waiting for.
I would love that.
While she's hiding in the bush, she remembers what happens to her sister. I want to see that. I really want to see that. And if it's true her sister became a monster, Donna has to be the one to talk to Fatima before she changes.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's going to happen though, because they're split up right now. I don't
We don't
know.
know where Fatima is going. She's leaving the clinic to go to Christy, and Christy would be where? We don't know where Christy is right now.
That's true. Maybe she's at Colony House.
Right. Which is what I'm thinking. That's where Donna's going to be.
Unless she went back with them
It
to
would
the.
be- It would be, well, we just don't see her in the shot. It's possible though. But it would be interesting if, yeah, like, we already know that the Maniel makes deals with different people, with at least one person in the town. There definitely
Right.
could be other people. We know Randall probably sold his soul to and made a deal.
Right.
So Donna could be like another sleeper agent, right? Waiting. So what if she does go run out and hides with the kids, and they, the Maniel is like, all right, my favor is for you to kill Ethan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
I don't think Donna's one of the people they made the deals with. I think the sister became a monster, as I said, and I think that they just don't bother Donna because the sister is like, that's my sister, leave her alone, kind of thing.
Right.
But Donna has this information that she's not sharing,
Right.
and I think once she finds out that Fatima's clinically dead, she's probably going to have to share that information.
Yeah. Let's hope that the writers are smart enough to put that in. That'd be great.
I mean, I really hope so, because a lot of the times I'm hoping they'll do stuff that they don't do, right?
Right.
Because the writing, this season I don't think it's as good as the other seasons, but I really want to see something like that. I don't want to see exposition. I want to see a flashback. I want to see them show us what happened. Like with Clara, I was saying that in the beginning. I want to see her talking to whatever creature she was talking to, whether it's Man in Yellow or somebody else. I want to see that interaction. What would make this person do something like that? And a lot of people, we don't know exactly what their backstory was. Like Christy,
backstory, really.
Like Christy, and how even with their arrival stories, like we don't really know what happened when Christy got there.
Right.
We don't know what happened when Clara got there. Fatima, we don't even know. We just know Ellis fell in love with her right away. He saw her, but we don't know what any of these people experienced. And I would love to see some backstory, even if it's 5 minutes. Just show us something.
Right.
And I think that's a problem. But anyway, if I was writing it, I would write it that way. But
yeah.
but I'm not writing it, so. But anyway, yeah, we'll see what happens. Yes, let's see.
I hope it's not like they don't give us a rushed season 5, Susie. I hope they don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I really hope they don't either. Yeah, they better not show us the end in a trailer. That's right. Yeah, Widow's Bay is excellent. A lot of people have been talking about Widow's Bay. They're saying it's even better than From. Well, as far as this season, maybe, Widow's Bay is a very different kind of show, though. It's funny, it's scary, it's quirky. Matthew Rise is amazing. He's so funny. His facial expressions are so funny. And the cast is great. Every single actor in that cast is amazing. The characters are so interesting. I love that show. But it's different from From. From is more serious. It's more melancholy. it's about working out your demons, your own personal demons. While Widow's Bay is more about the lore of the island, the mythology behind it. That's the difference, I think. But they're both great shows, both of them. Ice Cold Magician, welcome. I heard season 5 of From will be 13 episodes. That would be fantastic.
I hope so.
Because they need that time to wrap up all these storylines. So
Right.
that would be great. Okay, let's see. Susie. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of filler in this season. A lot of filler episodes or filler scenes that they didn't really need. I agree with you. They were trying to stretch it out, I think.
I didn't really feel that way. I thought it was pretty. I thought the pace of everything was different, but I think it's supposed to show like how everything's changing.
Widow's Bay wasn't rushed at all. I agree. I think
No.
the pacing was great.
I agree.
Yeah. But with From, there were some things that I thought were a little fillery. I thought. I don't mind slower pacing. I don't mind that at all because I love character development. I love it. And we got that with Henry and Victor. I really like that. And we got it with Fatima and Ellis too. I mean, that to me is really interesting. But so slower pace is fine as long as there's a purpose behind it and it's not just there just to waste time, you know. But I'm looking forward to next week, and this episode is going to be a hot mess, and I'm here for it. Yeah,
Agreed.
I agree, Incognito. I agree. So, guys, look, we're going to get off now because tonight we needed to do a little bit of a shorter stream. I mean, we still have like we're still on 3 hours, so for us that's shorter.
Yeah.
But yes. So Michael says I felt this season was more 70% setup and 30% payoff. Yeah, I like that. I agree with that actually. And Lost had like 3 seasons. Yeah. Well, Lost had more than. What do you mean? Lost had like how many seasons did Lost have? 8 seasons.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm just seeing anything else. All right. I'm wishing everybody a good night, guys. Thank you for being here. We love having you guys here in the chat. You guys, you contribute so much to the streams, and
Thank you.
I just love each and every one of you, and I'm glad you could make it tonight. A couple of reminders, please like the stream. And if you could even go back after the stream is over and leave a comment, that would be great. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. And and we'll be seeing you next Wednesday night for the finale. It should be really exciting.
I'm really excited. Hell yeah.
Jessica, we do this every week, every Wednesday night.
Every Wednesday night.
Yeah. So, I mean, at least for now, once From ends, we'll see what we're going to cover next. But for now, it's Wednesday night. And probably we'll do another one the following Wednesday night, just as like a wrap up and talk about the entire season of the show, right?
Yeah, and probably like season 5 theories. Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, guys. Thank you again. And nighty night. And we'll see you next week. Take care. Good night.
Bye, guys.